whenever we dedicated that field.
Nice job.
Second one, he's going to hit the bullseye.
Wow, great job. I'll tell you what, that's a little harder than it looks. That landing.
Absolutely. One of the guys that did the one at Paris was from Sulphur Springs. He's a skydiver. He went as a pole vaulter to Arkansas, and it's a big deal.
Oh, man. There you go.
Great job out there. We'd like to thank Omaha Testing Club for sponsoring the Florida Skies coaching team. I'd like to recognize today's jumpers. The first jumper to land was the flying Frenchman.
Okay, James, thank you very much. It's Bobcat Stadium here in Celina. And, what a scene. We have skydivers coming in and landing on the field. Here's one just slid in at the 50-yard line and the Celina logo. Quite an entry there. So I don't know if we have any more or not. We've seen 4 of them so far. It's homecoming here at Celina. Of course, we are joined tonight by Tony Flippin. And Tony, you made the observation that it's significant that Celina chose Sulphur Springs as the homecoming opponent.
Yep. They didn't come into play. They may be on dates only, but usually you pick somebody you're not really worried about, and I hope that's their mindset tonight, because if they aren't, then I think we're going to surprise them. I'm looking forward to a really strong effort.
You're looking. You're quite optimistic about the Wildcats tonight.
I am. I'm going to have to apologize to several people that I've seen during the week. I've compared this game to our state championship game, and not to deflect on anybody's defense, including ours, but I don't know that the offenses can be stopped on either side. So this may be like a tennis match, and who serves last.
You know, in the playoffs last year, Celina played Aubrey for a second time. They played them in district play, and then played them in a playoff game. And Celina won that game 63-49.
Yep.
So that kind of game is the sort of thing that you're somewhat expecting.
Well, with our schedule so far, our defense hasn't been tested any more than with Mount Pleasant and so forth. And so I have no idea about Celina, but our offense is running. We're all healthy, to my knowledge, and I'll put our guys up against anybody in 4A right now. So I'm ready for it.
Wildcats come into the game 5-0. They are 1-0 in district play after a 45-14 win over Aubrey 2 weeks ago and an open date last week. Celina is 6-0, 2-0 in district play. Of course, they are ranked number 1 in the state of Texas in Class 4A Division I. They are the defending 4A D1 champs. Sulphur Springs is ranked 6th. So I don't know if we have a game between two higher-ranked teams around the state of Texas. I don't think so.
I think this is the highest-ranked D1 4A in the state.
And even the other classifications, I don't know if you have two teams in the top 10 facing off against each other tonight. So Wildcat football is brought to you by Alliance Bank, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet, and thanks to J. Hodge for the dark red Tahoe in which we came over this afternoon. Very nice vehicle for sure. The University Interscholastic League is also a sponsor. Pre-game is sponsored by Super Handy. Halftime sponsored by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. So we thank James Terry, our producer in the KSST studios, for the work he's going to do tonight. Matt Jansen is our technical director and video producer. This game will be streaming on YouTube tonight in just a few minutes, and you can watch it there. Also, if you are anywhere around the world, of course, you can listen to Wildcat Football on KSSTradio.com. So we will come back and we'll hear from Wildcats head coach Brandon Faircloth when Wildcats Football continues after this on KSST. Wildcats Football on KSST, huge game tonight here at Celina. Tony, I know Celina kind of straddles the Collin County, Denton County lines. I'm not sure right now if we're in Collin County or Denton County.
Couldn't tell you either.
But I tell you, they have a beautiful school here.
Oh, they do.
When you come in, and the stadium was built in 2019, seats 6,500. And I would say of that, about 5,000 seats probably over on the home side.
Yep.
And a big, monstrous press box. But we are going to be on the visitors' side this evening, which always makes it challenging to get the officials' calls. But luckily we have a 25-year veteran official here with us, so that'll definitely help the situation.
And nobody will know if I'm lying.
So the Wildcats, of course, coached by Brandon Faircloth. He is in his 4th season at Sulphur Springs and his 16th year as a head coach. 131 and 62 his career record. And Celina is coached by Bill Elliott. He is in his 15th season at Celina. He is 141 and 37. Celina all-time 707 and 300. That's a 68% winning percentage. They had 23 ties back in the days before overtime. But 707 and 300. They have 9 state titles to their credit. The first in 1974. Of course, the Wildcats had their one state title in 2008. These teams have not played each other very often in the past, as far as I know, Tony. The only time they have played each other was last year.
As far as I know, that's it.
And Celina won that game at Gerald Prim Stadium 31-6.
They've been lower classification than us for the most part.
That's right.
And we've, to my knowledge, never played them in non-district, so I think that's the only one.
At halftime, I want to talk about the growth of Celina in particular. It is astonishing.
I saw the city limit sign when I was trying to find the place today, and I think it said 15,000 or 17,000, something like that.
Way beyond that
Yeah,
now.
that's from, like you say, 10 at the beginning of the decade, probably.
So we'll talk about that at halftime. But this game between the number 1 ranked team in 4A Division I, Celina, the defending state champion, and the number 6 ranked team in the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Wildcats this season started off with a 48-6 win over Mesquite Poteet. They beat Greenville 42-12, and that was in just one half of football. That game was stopped at halftime because of lightning. They beat Bullard 56-6. They won over Mount Pleasant 37-7, and 2 weeks ago they beat Aubrey 45-14. Last week was an open week. Wildcats will be at home against Paris next Friday night. For Celina, they opened against Belleville and won 50-28. They beat Waco La Vega 36-6. Interesting scheduling. They played Gunter, which is not far away. That's were they the 3A Division
3A Division 1 or 2
state champs last year?
They may have been 2A D1. There could have been a 2-class differential there.
But they beat Gunter, Celina did, 43-19. Then they played Franklin, which is another 3A power in Texas, and beat Franklin 33-22. Last week, or actually it was 2 weeks ago, in the first district game, they beat Panther Creek.
It's hard to get non-district games when you're the number 1. When we came out during the James Cameron year, we came out one year 95 or 96, and we were number 1. And Cameron told me, he said, I kept trying to call people some good teams, and they'd say, no, you're coming out 1. I'm not going to play you. So, you've got people looking to not get a blemish, and sometimes it's hard to get a good non-district schedule when you're good.
Yeah. The game against Panther Creek, Celina won 35-28. And, of course, Panther Creek is ranked in the top 10. They're number 7. They were ahead of the Wildcats until they lost to Celina. Now, last year, Celina beat Panther Creek 42-7. And this year, a much closer game, 35-28, which I think there might be a little something to take from that.
And it was very late. It was tied with about 2 minutes to go. I watched a replay of it, and it was very, very even.
And then last week, Celina beat Aubrey 48-10. The scores, that is the single common opponent that Celina and Sulphur Springs have, and the score is very, very similar. The Wildcats beat Aubrey 45-14. Salina beat them 48-10.
Okay.
So I don't think you should make too much of comparative scores, but
that's why they make statistics. But we still got to get here. I know our guys have been standing on the sideline waiting for all this. Again, it's homecoming here. We need to get the ball snapped and hit a couple of people, and then it's just football.
Starting offense for Sulphur Springs, Deuce Timmons, of course, is the quarterback. Timmons has completed 82% of his passes, 913 yards, 13 TDs, 411 yards rushing, and 8 TDs. Jackson Hare, either a running back or a slot receiver. And Jackson Hare, 258 yards rushing and 16 catches for 220 yards and a total of 6 touchdowns. Quinn Harris is the starting tight end. Jackson Virgil starting at wide receiver. Deacon Carpenter, a wide receiver. Jamorian Jeffrey, also a wideout for the Wildcats. Starting in the offensive line, Vincent Johnson, who, of course, 6'6", 315 pounds, now a senior, and he is committed to TCU. Aiden McCarroll is the left guard. The center is Jeff Stevenson. The right guard is Josh Lopez, and the right tackle, Dadrian Day Berry. Trip McIntyre went out in the first game with a high ankle sprain. He would otherwise be a starting offensive lineman. We expect he may be back next week. On defense, the nose tackle is Truth Holmes, and we have learned he has committed to the University of Texas at El Paso. I had seen that he was going to go to UNT, but now we see Texas El Paso. Defensive ends are Trey Pennell and Blaine Allen. We've said Blaine Allen's name an awful lot so far this season.
Yes, we have.
The linebackers, Grayson Hardy, Zay Godbolt, Alex King, who's the number 1 tackler on the Wildcat team with, that is 31 tackles in the first 5 games, 3 tackles for loss. TJ Bolden, another player whose name we've said a lot. He's another linebacker for the Wildcats. Cornerbacks are Gio Ibarra, very active. James Johnson. Strong safety is C.T. Galloway, and the free safety is Creed Wisenhunt, the 4A Division I 100-meter sprint champion. So tremendous speed with Creed Wisenhunt. We're having the coin toss.
Yeah, and I talked with Trey Pennell this week, and I said, you better not make a liar out of me. I said, I'm really pushing y'all out. He just grinned. He said, we're ready.
Wildcats will be in their white road jerseys, royal blue pants, royal blue numbers, the white headgear. Celina decked out all in orange, bright orange jerseys and pants.
They won, they won and deferred. So we're going to be on offense.
For the second half, the Wildcats will be receiving the opening kickoff.
So Celina, the orange jerseys and pants, the white headgear, and the Wildcats will be receiving with their backs to the goal to our left as the game gets underway. 82 degrees. It was quite hot, or it seemed so when we got here this afternoon, a little bit after 5 o'clock, but the sun has gone down in front of us here as we look across to the west, and it is now a very pleasant evening. And we will have now an invocation, and we will pause for that.
Please bow your heads and pray. Dear Lord, we are so grateful for the opportunity to play this game tonight. Please keep everyone here and involved in the game safe and healthy. I pray we are able to honor you in a positive way on and off the field, not just tonight, but every day. We are so blessed to have the opportunity to do what we do, and I pray we never take that for granted. Thank you for always showing us your love and being with us. Help us to represent you in everything we do. We love you and thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Tonight we are blessed to have the Celina High School Choir led by Mr. Adam Lemaire, and he is joined by Brad Clay, Ashlyn Stanish, Diego Alonso, Tate Davis, Rayleigh Carroll, and Abigail Walls.
We are having the national anthem here is being sung, but it's a very low level. I'm not sure if you can hear that or not. We'll attempt to stay with it. All right, the Wildcats will receive. Celina won the toss, deferred to the second half. Sulphur Springs will be moving from our left to our right as we start the ball game here tonight. Celina is led by quarterback Bo Bentley, 6'3", 205-pound senior. Tony, he is an Oklahoma commit.
Yes, he is. He's obviously a great athlete. I shouldn't say, but to me, he hasn't shown me to the level of a Southeast Conference OU quarterback, but he may decide to do that tonight.
And they have some kids on defense that they are very excited about. And one of those is Luke Biagini, a linebacker, 5'11", 215 pounds with 4.6 speed. So we'll be hearing from him tonight. Place kicker, who will be putting his foot into the ball in just a moment or two, is Jax Holt.
So we're finally going to get to play football. Quite an impressive scene here where that you said that you think the home side might hold about 5,000. There's not a whole lot of seats available right now, so they know this is a good ball game, and we're fixing to play ball.
Jackson Hare and Dobson Martin are deep for Sulphur Springs. Hare at the 10-yard line, Martin at the 5. Holt gets his foot into the ball. This is a short kickoff going to the far side, and a fair catch called for by Jackson Virgil at about the 35-yard line, Tony.
That'll work. I'll take that.
So Wildcats have the ball with the first possession of the game, and Tony, they like that. If Sulphur Springs had won the toss, I think they would have taken the ball.
I don't know. I mean, I like defense right now, but I'm not scared. That's the deal. I haven't been as excited about a ball game in a long time as I am tonight. But right now, what we need to do is put 7 on the board.
Wildcats moving left to right. Deuce Timmons, the junior quarterback, and there are whistles before the snap.
Going to be 5 back to start it, and we're going to be at a 1st and 15.
Oh, my.
Again, got to get the first couple of hits, get the nerves out. We've had 2 weeks to think about this ball, and sometimes our head's just full.
5-yard penalty remains first down.
Not many false start penalties against the Wildcats in the early part of the season, but there's one to start the game there.
We've got one of those fancy yard to gain markers today, too. They must have some electronics in it because it says there's 15 to go.
Yeah, I see that.
So that's the new ones. I know they've had them.
That's actually kind of helpful. Right here is the fake handoff, and
Deuce
Timmons up the middle, breaks 2 or 3 tackles, and he's across the 40, up to about the 44-yard line. What a run by Deuce Timmons.
He was close. Now it should be second, about 3 right off the bat.
That's 14 yards on that gain. I guess make it 13.
Yep, second 2. Got a player down, though. Let's see who that might be.
Previous play by number 7 lost.
It'll be 2nd and 2. And the Wildcats seem to have a player down at...
it's a single digit. I think it's either 6 or 0.
So Trainer's out on the field right now. Let's take a break. We're just underway. No score. This is Wildcats football on KSST. And hate to tell you that the player who was injured is Deuce Hall, the Wildcats quarterback, and he is being helped off the field and not putting any weight on his right foot or right leg. That does not look good, Tony.
No, but that's why we got a backup, and we got Mason Cooper.
Terrific run there by Deuce Timmons on the first play from scrimmage. 13-yard gain. And now Mason Cooper in the ballgame, the senior. And hands off. Is this Dobson Martin or Jackson Hare?
Jackson there.
That's Jackson Hare, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage, and maybe lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
And what this is going to do is, right now, Celina has no regard for Mason Cooper. He's got to build that respect for him, but he is a completely different game than Deuce Timmons. So we're going to have somebody else is going to have to help step up with it. Big third down.
From what I've seen of Mason Cooper, he's more of a traditional drop-back passer.
Yep. Very solid kid.
3rd and 2. They snap it to Mason Cooper, and he's going to run it. And is going to be short of the first down. That's a surprise. He tried to go off left tackle there. Now, he did have a touchdown in an earlier game on a similar play and showed a lot of power.
Looks like we may go for it right here, or at least get up there and try to make them jump and give us first down. It's a full 1 yard.
He comes up short at the 44-yard line in Wildcat territory. So 4th and 1, and no personnel changes here. So it does look like Sulphur Springs is going to go for the first down.
Jackson's the punter, remember that. But this is a statement play. We're going.
Snap to Mason Cooper, and Cooper using his blockers, picks his way and does get that 1 yard needed to the 45.
Job. That was a statement right there, and I commend Coach Faircloth for that. He didn't care how many people in the stands and where we're at. He wanted a first down, show Celina we're still in this thing. Let's go.
Mason Cooper gets to the 46-yard line, so he actually picked up 2 yards there.
Hooten Hardware first down. Very well deserved. Good job, Mason.
Ball between the hash marks. Jeff Stevenson, the center, out over the football. 2 men wide left. Man in the slot to the right. Man in motion from left to right. Cooper swings it out in the flat on the near side, short side of the field. That goes to Quinn Harris. And Harris makes the catch and then goes down the sideline for another several steps into Celina territory to about the 48.
6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Very well thrown ball by Cooper. Got Jackson Hare in the backfield. Now he's moving to the slot, so we may have an empty backfield here. Going to have 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom.
3 men wide to the far side, as Tony said, and 2 to the near side, which is the short side of the field. Now I hear whistles on this 2nd down and 4 play. Another
false start from somebody. I sure didn't see it. Number 0, the wide out. So he was right there beside the line judge.
That's Quinn Harris.
Yep. So we're going to have let's show in 2nd and 9. That's right. We were 2nd and 6. Yeah, 2nd and 4. That's right.
Right.
I lost track. That happens these days with me.
Moves the ball back to the Wildcats' 47-yard line to gain is the Celina 44. Mason Cooper in the ballgame at quarterback. And throwing it deep for Jackson Hare, and just missed him at the 20-yard line.
That was 6 points. The Celina DB is acting like he did something. All he did was got lucky Jackson didn't catch it. That was no more than about 4 inches too tall.
So 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats at their own 47-yard line. Now again, Deuce Timmons went out of the game hobbling with what appeared to be was it a right ankle?
Yeah, it looked to me like his right ankle, and I don't see him anywhere on the sideline.
I think he's on the table here on the track in front of us.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, there it is.
Here's the 3rd and 9 play. Mason Cooper in the shotgun. Rolling to his left, feeling the pressure, moving in the pocket. Now throwing, and throws it in front of a Celina defender there, and I think that's the equivalent of just throwing it away, right? But throwing it into the ground.
But he got it past the line of scrimmage, 4th down. So now let's see if we can turn the field position on him with a decent punt. Should be Jackson Hare, but no, is it a Rodriguez kicker?
Eric Rodriguez, number 20.
Yep, I think that's who it is.
And we've been seeing him punt more recently here. The snap is a good one, and he gets a nice punt away. Chases the return man back to the 6-yard line, and is only able to get out to the 14-yard line.
That was good coverage because they outkicked the coverage a little bit right there. So that's a good job of the turnover. We're going to start at the 14-yard line. So now the defense has really got to step up, see if we can get a 3 and out right quick.
That's a 48-yard punt by Eric Rodriguez.
That was a good one. And he caught it, so it didn't get any help from the bounce or anything.
The return by Maddox McCoy to the 14-yard line. No score, just underway. 9:46 to go, first period. Celina with the ball for the first time, moving from right to left. Bo Bentley gives it off to Logan Gutierrez, their tough little running back, and he pops out over the left side close to a first down at the 23. That's a gain of 9.
They're going to go quick, and they're going to try to run the ball.
Bentley in the shotgun, and again Gutierrez up the middle, going between the tackles. Big hole for him there as he's out to the 34-yard line or thereabouts. So very quickly from the 14 out to the 34 in 2 plays. Gutierrez we saw last year, very tough little running back. Not very big, but very capable. 1st and 10. 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Ball between the hash marks at the 34. Bo Bentley gets the snap.
Start there. They shut it down, so they're going to get a 1st and 15, so that's good. It'll be interesting on our defensive side. We've just got the 3-man rush, and they started out running. Now, they were going to throw there, but I hope we've got some variations in case they decide they're going to just keep running. We pull 4 people up, try to knock that run down.
This is the number 1 ranked team in the state, Celina, versus the number 6 team, Sulphur Springs. Both teams undefeated. Celina 6-0, Sulphur Springs 5-0. Huge game at Celina tonight. 1st and 15. Bobcats behind the chain, passing over the middle, and incomplete, but we have a flag coming in there. L.J. Taylor, the intended receiver.
I thought we got by with it, but he wrapped him around the waist there. Didn't need to because the ball was overthrown, but you never know. So that's going to be a spot foul since it's less than 15, but it'll give them a first down.
It's Alex King called for the interference there. The Wildcats' very active linebacker at the 36-yard line.
So 1st and 10. That's okay. And again, the max is 15 for interference. There's a fumble.
Loose ball, and the Wildcats recover. This is King, I think, with the ball. And he returns it to the 20-yard line.
There we go. That's who it was, King. They put it on the ground. He caught it, and Celina is extremely lucky he didn't take it to the house because somebody was right there with him. So, great job for the defense getting in there. I don't know that they caused that fumble, but they were sure right on it and did what you got to do. Great job.
Alex King recovers. He's the leading tackler on the Wildcats team with 31 coming in tonight.
1st and 10 at 21.
A big play there. And Tony's right. It looked like for a moment he was going to take it all the way to the goal line.
I thought he was going to shake him and go. That's a strong dude.
So the Wildcats with a huge opportunity here. First down at the Celina 21-yard line. No score. 8:39 to go first quarter. Mason Cooper, the quarterback, in the shotgun, has a back to his left. And Cooper backpedaling, fires it, and that is Jackson Virgil. Jamarian Jeffrey, right, at the 15, but could not connect.
I think that got tipped at the line. He looked like he was lined up to get it, and then all of a sudden had to jump left and try to catch it. So, tipped ball, 2nd and 10.
Still working on Deuce Timmons on the table down there.
I'm concerned with the fact he didn't put any weight on it.
Right. Deuce Timmons, the Wildcats quarterback, injured on the first play from scrimmage at the end of a beautiful 13-yard run. Now on 1st down or 2nd down, this is
I think that's Dobson.
Up the middle. I think so too. I think that is Dobson Martin on the carry.
Going to get 2 or 3. 3rd and 8.
Well, I now think that was Jackson
that
Harris.
May have been. Dobson was in there on 1st down. I'm going to have to start trying to see who it is lined up with him, but just not say anything. It's empty now.
Short gain of 3 yards, so this is 3rd and 7 for Sulphur Springs at the 18-yard line of the Bobcats. Empty backfield. Mason Cooper to Jackson Virgil, and Berger with a nice move. Did he lose the ball?
Yeah, he held it. It's going to be a first down.
He got down to about the 11-yard line.
He thought he was going to run over the cornerback for Celina, and when he hit, he went backwards, not the Celina. So there was a huge gasp from the Celina side, but that's all right. That was a well-designed play, wide open, 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down, Wildcats.
Hooten Hardware first down.
Thank you, Tony. This opportunity set up on the fumble recovery and return by Alex King of the Wildcats. Mason Cooper, the senior quarterback, has looked good so far, I think.
Yeah, he
Tony
has. He looks very comfortable.
He's got Jackson Hare a step to his right. Option play, whistles as the play gets underway.
That's got to be going back 5 again. It's the only reason they're going to stop it. So I don't know if Celina is hollering shift or anything like that, but that's three penalties right off the bat here. So we're going to have to get that under control. We can't afford that.
His microphone broke up, and of course we are looking at their backs because we are on the visitor side looking at the officials' back, so I could not see the signal. I think it was an illegal shift.
No, it wouldn't be that. It had to be. There we go.
Jackson Hare touchdown for Sulphur Springs.
There we go.
Wide open for Jackson Hare.
That big offensive line parted the seas right there, and Jackson did not get touched, and it doesn't take him long to get 16 yards. Hooten Hardware first down.
And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that 16-yard touchdown run by Jackson Hare. Took a step to his right, Tony, and then cut it back, and it was wide open.
It was wide open. There was no doubt. Great job, Wildcats, capitalizing on that turnover.
Extra point now by Eric Rodriguez. Kick is on the way. The kick is good. The Wildcats lead at 7-0.
There we go. Now let's play some football.
7:04 left to go first quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. It's a 21-yard touchdown drive in 4 plays for Sulphur Springs. The 16-yard touchdown run by Jackson Hare. That is his 4th touchdown rushing of the season and his 7th touchdown overall. And it's set up on the fumble recovery by Alex King at the 21-yard line.
So now Celina pooch kick to us. Let's see if that's what we're going to do. Rodriguez goes. Looks like he's going deep, so we're going to kick this deep.
Big crowd of Sulphur Springs fans here at Bobcat Stadium in Celina, making a lot of noise, shaking the stands right now.
I imagine there's a lot of folks that are not associated with Sulphur Springs that are in that too. Out here for a good football game.
Deep kick to the 2-yard line, and the return only out to about the 13-yard line.
12 or 13, so good coverage. That kick from Rodriguez had some height to it and took him all the way back to the goal line, and he was backing up when he caught it, so he had to get his momentum going, and a great coverage.
So Celina now will have started at their 14-yard line and their 13-yard line.
Okay.
And that is owing a lot to Eric Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
And the Wildcat kickoff coverage team. So Celina moving right to left, 7-0. The Wildcats lead it. By the way, that was the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, and a handoff to Gutierrez. The Wildcats meet him at the line of scrimmage, and he's stopped for no gain. That is Grayson Hardy.
Alex McCormick got in there too. Great job right there. Again, I keep saying statement. We're ready to go.
Bo Bentley in the shotgun. Has an H-back or tight end lined up just outside the left tackle. A back to the left of Bentley, the senior quarterback. That'll be Logan Gutierrez. Bentley surveying the field now. Will run it out to the sideline on the far side.
Great job. Had some pursuit. Trey Pinnell was after him, and I think who is 38? Blaine Allen.
It's Blaine Allen, defensive end.
Those two were chasing him, and good coverage or great coverage from the secondary. And again, when you only got 3 guys on the line of scrimmage, if you're able to hold it, you can get after it. We got a foul, so
I thought I saw a flag
going to be holding, and I imagine we're going to decline it. Decline, 2nd down. 3rd down. Yeah, third down.
You know, a lot of coaches now will take the yards and give them another down.
That would be only half the distance from right there, so that wouldn't be the full 10. I agree with this. Let's make them go 10 right here, because they're not going to go, I don't think, fourth down unless they're real close.
Yeah. 7-0, the Wildcats lead. This is 3rd and 10. Bentley over the middle, and it is complete at about the 30-yard line.
Yep.
And that is Villarreal, I think. Wyatt Villarreal, his big tight end.
It's a great throw. Bentley showed me up right there. He had good protection, set good and tall in the pocket, and delivered a strike for a first down.
Gets out to the 32-yard line. So that is a 19-yard gain.
We had something. There was some flag, but it was declined. They took the play, so 1st and 10.
Bentley likes to go to Wyatt Villarreal in the same way that Dak Prescott likes to go to Jake Ferguson. Now here's a running play up the middle with Gutierrez, and the Wildcats offering stiff resistance there. Short gain of 2 yards out to the 35-yard line.
Truth Holmes having to come out. He lost his helmet, so he has to come out for one play. He'll be right back in.
This is 2nd and 8.
They kind of fumbled that snap and got it, but running back was able to make a positive yard out of it.
Ball on the far hash mark as they move from right to left. 2 wide outs to either side of the field. Bentley feeling the pressure, throwing incomplete at the 40-yard line, and the receiver making a diving attempt to come up with the ball, but ball was well short there.
Yeah, as good as he threw that first ball, either the receiver ran too deep or Bo Bentley didn't get a good throw on that one, so he's human. 3rd and 8.
Line to gain is the 43-yard line in Celina territory. Wildcats lead at 7-0 on a 13-yard run by Jackson Hare. Bo Bentley, he spells that B-O-W-E, the quarterback, committed to Oklahoma in the shotgun. Takes the snap on the 3rd and 8. Backpedals, looking over the middle, passing. And was it caught? Apparently it was.
27.
Pass complete to number 27,
Carson Pope.
Clear for a Bobcat first down. He crosses midfield.
So a couple of big 3rd down conversions.
Yep, and that was a well-thrown ball, so he can do it.
Gets to the Wildcat 48-yard line. 1st down and 10. Again, they go to Logan Gutierrez up the middle, and there's nothing there for him against
Trey Pennell,
Wildcat
my
defense.
buddy. He stopped him cold there. So even with that 3-man front, other than those first 2 plays of the opening drive for them, our defensive line and so forth has held that running game.
I still see Deuce Timmons on the table down here in front, which at least they have not carted him off. That gives me some optimism there. Bentley passing, complete, right side. Receiver gets away from a Wildcat defender inside the 20-yard line. He goes.
That's the big tight end again.
Yeah, that is Wyatt Villarreal. And Tony, he is 6'5", 220.
And he caught that one and made a move. We're fortunate that wasn't a score.
Number 4, C.T. Galloway.
C.T. Galloway, the tackle for the Wildcats, the strong safety. 1st down for Celina.
Gutierrez to the 15-yard line.
And Logan Gutierrez off right tackle down to the 15-yard line.
2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8.
We're still doing a good job on the rushing defense, and I don't think Celina wants to be a passing team. Now, it's obvious that Bentley can throw it, but I don't think they want to rely on it.
2nd and 8, Bentley. Again, they go up the middle to Logan Gutierrez, who really carries the entire load for them in their rushing attack.
Looks like 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Yeah.
About the 11-yard line, maybe the 12. Defense is doing good.
We'll call it the 12-yard line. Celina's had a couple of big 3rd down long gainers on this drive. This drive started at their 13-yard line after the Wildcat kickoff. Sulphur Springs leading 7-0.
Bentley to the 10.
Bo Bentley, the quarterback, up the middle. And now 4th down and make it 3, would you say?
Yeah, I was fixing to say, though, I expect to run because I expect them to go for it on 4th down right here, too. So that's a long 2, short 3 for 4th down. So Again, a huge play here.
10-yard line of the Wildcats, 4th down and 2. Bentley, the quarterback, looking to the sideline. 6 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, I was looking for the play clock. I don't
think that's called timeout.
They didn't look like they wanted to do it. They did call a timeout.
Their first time out of the house.
I don't see the play clock for that end.
It's hard to see. It's obscured somehow, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it down here, but I don't see it to the left. I'm like
They
you.
have some fans in front, but those things are supposed to be where
Right.
you can't get blocked off.
Right.
That could come into play for the Knights out too, if it is indeed either. It can't be out, or they'd have to take this one down and hold the clock on the field.
Wildcats leading 7-0, 2:54 left to go in the first quarter. And a big 4th down and 2 play coming up at the Wildcat 10-yard line. Celina took its first time out, so they have 2 remaining.
Big play here if we can load up.
Oh, yeah.
Wildcat fans on their feet, shaking those bells, making some noise.
Big crowd here for the game between the number 1 ranked team in the state, Celina, and number 6, Sulphur Springs. Ball is on the far hash, so the open field is to the left side. Man in motion from right to left. Snap to Bentley. He's feeling the pressure. He's going to run out of there, and Bentley will have the first down.
Yep, he got to about 5. We kind of blitzed from the edge, but he didn't take a very good angle, and Bo was able to get around him. So good job by Bentley. 1st and goal at around the 5. Let's see where they put it at the 4.
Preston Nottingham had him in his sights there for a moment, but he got away from Nottingham and got to the outside and takes it down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for Celina. The Wildcats leading 7-0.
That's the whole key. They're playing catch-up. Long as we can be putting the points on the board and tell them to come get them, I'll take this all game long.
Now Bentley under center. 2 blocking backs. They give it to Gutierrez. He's fighting hard as he goes off right tackle. Gets down to about the 1 or 2 yard line. 3 or 4 Wildcats there to bring him down.
They did. It's not going to be cheap right there, I promise you. There's some hitting going on by both sides. This is classic high school football right here from a couple of quality teams.
C.T. Galloway, the strong safety, with the tackle for the Wildcats.
It may be the one. Looks like it's just outside the 1.5.
I'd say it's halfway in between.
Yep.
About the 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and goal. Again, the 2 blocking backs. Bentley under center. Hands off Gutierrez.
He's in.
And Gutierrez plows over the left side for the touchdown.
Okay. 2:40 left in the first quarter, and then now that's going to tie it up if they can make the extra point. Defense made them work. That's a good drive for them from where they start, the 13.
Right.
So that's a good drive for them, but we made them work.
87-yard drive in 12 plays. No, 13 plays. Extra point here by Jax Holt is good. 7-7 is the score. 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Again, thanks to J. Hodge for providing us with a beautiful dark red Chevy Tahoe, which we came over this afternoon. Tony, we went up Highway 11 to Wolf City and then over to Trenton on 121 and came down that way. Took a very winding farm road from the town of, what is that town?
Number 16, Jax Holt tees the ball up for the Bobcats.
Honey Grove?
No.
Number 7, Jax.
I'll think of it here in a minute. But anyway, the rest of the trip through, we saw a lot of farmland of Collin County.
Horse country up closer you get to Celina too. There's some money up here.
Anna, that was the town that we came
Anna,
through.
okay. Yep, I went through it on 75.
Jax Holt with the kickoff. Kicks it deep. And this is Jackson Hare, I believe, Tony.
It is.
Hare gets out to the 15-yard line, and that will be as far as he is able to go.
Number 9 got it for that. Brody Gunn caught him just right and held him up. So we're going to start on the the 15-yard line going out. So it's answer time. That's what it is. They answered us. Now let's give them something else to answer about.
Again, on the first play from scrimmage, the Wildcats quarterback Deuce Timmons went down with what we thought was a right ankle injury. He's still on the table down on the track. He has not been removed from the field. So I don't know what to make of that.
2:31 left in the first. I'm afraid he's done for the game.
Yeah. Mason Cooper's done a nice job, the senior quarterback. He fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and does not quite get back to the line of scrimmage.
Forward progress mark to the 14-yard line. Loss of 1.
So that's a loss of 1, and it'll be second down 11 for the Wildcats. 7-7 game, 2:13 left to go in the first quarter.
He's done a good job, but we've got more options, and I think we're going to have to get it where Mason's handing it off or passing it a little more than just running.
Yep.
He doesn't compare to our number 8.
Deuce as a runner.
Yep, as a runner. He may be just as good or better as a passer, and that's not a knock on him. Timmons is exceptional.
Play clock was down to 1. Did they get a timeout?
I think so, yep. Timeout Sulphur.
Timeout Wildcats. Game tied 7-7 with 1:43 to go in the first quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST, brought to you by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet, and the University Interscholastic League. Pre-game presented by Super Handy, halftime by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy.
Tell you what, people keep coming in over here. We've got a full house on the visitor side over here just about.
Second and 11 for the Wildcats from the 14-yard line. Moving left to right and setting up a screen pass to the far side to Jackson Hare. Hare in the open field.
Looks like first down. Good job. That one was wide open, and again, Jackson Hare is just one little shoulder away from going 85 yards.
He gets out to the 26-yard line.
Hooten Hardware first down, so we were behind the chains and we came back again.
12-yard gain there on that screen pass to the senior Jackson Hare, who had the 13-yard touchdown run early in the game. Play action pass, and
same thing
again,
on the other
going
side.
To Jackson Hare, this time to the near side, and Hare on the loose across the 30.
About 8 yards is what it looked like. Exact same play, they just flipped the side.
Out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, so that's a gain of 7.
Cooper did a good job. He had a lot of pressure coming, and he held it as long as he could, and that let Jackson get out of the bulk there, and then he got it. So good execution. Cooper's looking good. He wasn't, that's why you got to put all that work in the summer and every day. You never know when your number's called.
Second and 3. Mason Cooper has back on either side of him, and this one is up the middle, and Jackson, a nice gain again here. And that is Jackson Hare again across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. That's another Wildcat first down.
Hardware first down.
So it's been all Jackson Hare on this drive.
1 minute left in the first quarter. What an exciting first quarter for this game. It's living up to its build-up.
7-7 game.
I think we got Jackson back there in the backfield with him. I'm going to try to catch that early.
Cooper faking the handoff, and now they do a little shovel pass to Quinn Harris, the H-back, and Harris gets away across the 50 to the 45-yard line in Celina territory. Another Wildcat first down.
Hooten Hardware first down. That was perfect execution. Cooper went out, Skyler cut underneath. That's a very safe play because even though it's a pitch, it's an incomplete pass if it drops.
Yep.
And the other receivers were doing a good job of downfield blocking without holding. So Wildcats are staying right with it. 45-yard line of Celina.
First down for Sulphur Springs. Empty backfield. Cooper throwing for Jamorian Jeffrey. And Jeffrey in the flat on the near side gets past the first tackler and is wrangled out of bounds.
Another Hooten Hardware first down. What's going to happen right there?
He's
Went out of
inside
bounds.
the 39. He went out at the 35, apparently.
12 seconds left, but he went out of bounds, so we're probably going to have one more play. I think we might have gotten away with a hold there, but I bet it evens out before the day's out.
Wildcats have moved the ball from their 15 to the Celina 35-yard line in 6 plays. First down and 10. Cooper in the shotgun, takes the snap from Jeff Stevenson. Pops up the middle. The handoff there, and a
Jackson.
moderate gain out to the 31-yard line for Jackson Hare.
4 yards. I can live with that, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. What a ball game we got going on in Celina, Texas.
Sulphur Springs 7, Celina 7 as we go to the second quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcat 7, Celina Bobcats 7 as we start the second quarter. Sulphur Springs at the Celina 31-yard line, second down and 6.
This is a debit card. Your name is Tracy.
8th play of the drive here.
Please get on the elevator and come up to the press box to the
And the Wildcats have moved it.
credit card.
That is
Started at
54
15,
yards.
didn't
Yeah.
we?
Yep.
So we need to take it on in. Let Celina be looking up at us on that scoreboard. Mason Cooper doing a great job in relief.
Wildcats moving from right to left. Pass over the middle. It is off the fingers of the Wildcat receiver and intercepted. And the return still underway here all the way to the Sulphur Springs 40-yard line or thereabouts. The interception by L.J. Taylor, and a long return and a flag down at the end of the play.
Yep, they missed 2 blocks in the back. Now we've got 2 flags, and I sure hope this doesn't end up hurting us too. I don't think it will, but they missed 2. That throw was just a hair high, and it was the tip drill.
Not sure if that was Jackson Virgil or Jamorian Jeffrey.
Yeah, I think it was Jeffrey. Let's see if we can hear him this time. They didn't move the ball yet. Oh, he's got it. Okay.
The return was to the Wildcat 35-yard line.
To the 40s where they're marking it. So they're going back.
Block in the back.
Yep.
Number 6 of return.
To the 50-yard line, number 6. So they got 1 out of 3. There was one back here that would have helped us a little bit more yards, but that's okay.
So the block in the back moves the ball back to the 50-yard line.
Straight up 50. Now they're not looking up. We got to buckle down and get after it.
That was about a 30-yard return there by L.J. Taylor.
Yeah, he looked good. We don't want to let him have the ball much.
He is a wide receiver, by the way, as well. So first down at the 50, 7-7 game.
Post is going deep.
And Bo Bentley throwing deep, and I believe that is L.J. Taylor. And,
no.
And a flag down, and looks like it's going to be called against Sulphur Springs, but maybe not. Let's see.
No, that's definitely on him, and that was perfect defense. That's a bad call right there. He came just at him. So that's going to be a 15-yarder and take it to the 35-yard line, first down.
Contact between L.J. Taylor and, was it Galloway?
Number 4, Galloway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's a bad call. That's great defense. Sometimes that's what you come up with. I could tell, and that broke open, and it was that same number 2 was the receiver.
Yeah. L.J. Taylor. So first down, 35-yard line. They give it to Gutierrez. Tough going over the right side, maybe a couple of yards.
Yep.
And I see Grayson Hardy getting up off the pile there.
Yep. Maybe this will really get our roster going a little bit.
T.J. Bolden. I'm sorry, Tony.
No, you're good.
What'd you say?
Maybe they'll get a little sour right now and really put an effort in.
Gain of 3. T.J. Bolden also in on that tackle for Sulphur Springs. Second down and 8. Bentley in the shotgun, moving to his right, passing, and caught inside the 30-yard line. And that is the big tight end, Wyatt Villarreal, again, that he likes to go to.
Gio Ibarra and James Johnson in on the tackle. They pinned him. Now it's going to be third and a short 3 or long 2.
Previous play, stopped by number 12, James Johnson.
It's a 6-yard gain there. James Johnson made the tackle for Sulphur Springs. Wildcat cornerback.
Need to see if we might get something for a loss here and make them think about it on 4th.
Bentley in the shotgun will run it, goes to his left, then cuts it back, bounces off a Wildcat tackler, and is close to the first down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line.
Truth Holmes having to come out again because of his helmet rolling. He needs to find out what's going on there. Can't afford to be without your UTEP nose guard.
First down, Celina at the Sulphur Springs 23-yard line. 7-7 game. Snap to Bentley. Give it to Gutierrez between the tackles. Gutierrez tackled from behind. I believe that's Blaine Allen that got him, the defensive end.
2 at the most.
By number 90, Trey Pinnell.
Trey Pinnell also
in there too.
Solid gain of 2, second down and 8.
Gets to the 21-yard line.
Under 10 minutes, 9:43 in the second, heading running clock.
H-back behind the right tackle, back to the left of the quarterback, Bo Bentley. Wildcats threatening a blitz. Bentley looking to the sideline for the play. Apparently they changed the play. 2 wideouts to the short side of the field. That's the near side. Bentley back to throw. Passing to the left side. Caught. And the receiver gets away from the tackler and is down close to the 10-yard line.
That's L.J. Taylor again. We cannot afford to miss tackles with him because he is. No, that's number 3.
Gutierrez, the running back.
Logan Gutierrez, yep.
Coming out of the backfield.
Doesn't matter who it is, we can't afford to miss an open tackle out there. I know it sounds easy up here, but first and goal, they can still get a first down. It's at the 12-yard line.
I have not seen them throw very often to him. First and goal. Up the middle, that'll be Gutierrez, or did Bentley keep it?
No, that's Gutierrez. Got it to the 10, so gain of 2. Trey Pinnell in on the tackle.
7-7 ball game, but Celina threatening at the 10-yard line on 2nd and 8, moving from left to right. 8:30 to go, second quarter. H-back moving from right to left, snap to Bentley in the shotgun, rolling out to his right, throwing, and looks like it is complete.
Incomplete.
5, incomplete, okay.
Couldn't come up with it. It's a little bit low, so now it's 3rd and 8.
I thought Taylor had made a diving reception there.
No, so 3rd and 8, big play, see if we can hold them to 3 here. It just now hit me too. Celina's had the luck of the draw, not that they need it. On this year's schedule, they've had both Panther Creek and us at their place.
Right.
That's a huge advantage.
Right.
Because in due respect to the rest of the district, these are the 3 teams.
Well, the stands are packed over on the far side,
yeah.
I'll tell you. 3rd and 8, big play here from the 10-yard line. Bentley drops to throw. Throwing to the goal line.
Incomplete.
And incomplete. A diving attempt made at the catch there.
Yep. So 4th and 8, and they'll come in and try a field goal. That's a good job by the defense. Started at the 50 with a short field and 40-yard, giving them 40 yards and holding it. This is going to be a 28-yard field goal from the left hash.
Place kicker is Jax Holt. There's the snap, ball is down, kick is on the way, and the kick is good.
That's all right. That's a good job by the defense.
27-yard field goal by Holt, and Celina takes a 10-7 lead over the Wildcats with 8:07 left to go in the first half. This is Wildcats football on KSST. The field goal set up by the interception by L.J. Taylor on a tip ball. As we say, the 27-yard field goal by Jax Holt. And as Tony pointed out, a really tough stand there by the Wildcat defense.
People might think, well, they gave up points. Well, you just held the number 1 team in the state to a field goal right there off a turnover.
Each team has a turnover in the game. Wildcats had a fumble recovery early on by Alex King that set up the, 11-yard touchdown run by Jackson Hare.
Kick into the end zone. We'll start at the 25.
Beg your pardon, that was a 16-yard run by Hare on the touchdown. So touchback, and the Wildcats will start out at the 25-yard line.
Looking down at Deuce, and he's on a crutch right now, so I've got a feeling we've seen the last of him. This is Mason Cooper's, that's my unofficial opinion, but I think this is Mason Cooper's ball game, and we're well prepared for this.
Deuce Timmons, the junior Wildcat quarterback, was injured on the first play from scrimmage at the end of a 13-yard run up the middle. And it's been Mason Cooper, the senior at quarterback, ever since, and he has looked good. He has done a very creditable job.
Yep.
2 wideouts to either side, stacked.
Dobson Martin
this
there.
This is Dobson Martin, I think his first carry, and he goes between left guard and left tackle.
Picked up 5, 2nd and 5. Good hard-nosed running we've come to realize from Dobson.
Dobson Martin with 191 yards rushing, 6.8 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns coming into the game. 10-7 Celina.
Got Jackson in the backfield this time. Twins at the top, 1 below. Quinn Harris in the slider as a tight end.
And off Jackson Hare, pops through a hole. Hare running tough. Across the 35 up to about the 38-yard line goes Jackson Hare.
Newton
and that's
Hardware first down. Good, tough run.
He's stronger than he looks sometimes.
He is, and the thing is, they're doing a good job of catching him. He's had 2 or 3 runs already that they're not worried about. They don't realize how close he is to taking it to the house because he's that strong.
So first down Wildcats at the 42. Mason Cooper, the senior quarterback, in the shotgun.
Hare's back. I don't know, that may be Dobson.
That's Dobson Martin to his left. Fakes to Martin, and Cooper going to go down.
Oh, the ball got loose. I hope. Second down. We got it.
They said he was down.
Yep, I don't know I think Dobson got it.
But he sacked back at the 29-yard line. So that's a big loss.
Make it about 2nd, 17, 18.
Way behind the chains here.
So that's, now we don't need to get throwing deep. Throw something screen-wise or in the flare and see if you can get 8 or 10 out of it here. See if you can get it. If not, go ahead and punt the ball.
What you lose with Deuce not in the game is that escapability that he has.
On that particular play, they had him from both sides, so that one was kind of doomed. The only way to beat that was get it out earlier.
2nd and 18, Mason Cooper in the pocket, and this time he does scramble away from the pressure and throwing.
Looks like it might be caught, but it's just going to be for a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 17, 16.
Jackson Hare caught it and got to the 31-yard line.
They're pinning their ears back when they think pass for Mason because they realize he doesn't have the fleet foot that Timmons did. So we're going to have to call timing plays that are catch the ball, 2 steps, throw. Slants, posts, something like that, or in the wheel.
Yeah. 3rd and 16 coming up here. Line to gain is the 47-yard line from the 31. Snap to Cooper, and there's a little sprint draw, and that's Dobson Martin, I think, Tony, who pops out of there for a moment, but then they close the hole.
Got back to the line of scrimmage, and he fumbled right as he hit the ground. I think he was down already, but going to have to punt. So now let's see if Rodriguez can get a good punt. They're putting twin safeties back, which is a good idea. I'd just see if I could punt it toward our sideline and see if I can get it out of their hands. Yeah, LJ Taylor's back there. I sure wouldn't be kicking it to him.
1 yard gain on that play to Dobson Martin. And here's the punt by Eric Rodriguez, and it hits the ground and hops on a couple of bounces to L.J. Taylor, and he is loose down the sideline on the far side, and that is a Bobcat touchdown.
That's what you can't do right there. You've got to contain. So tough luck on the Cats there. 68 yards is what the PA announcer announced it.
16 to 7.
L.J. Taylor, who had the interception a short time ago that led to their 27-yard field goal.
Yep.
And this time the 68-yard punt return.
They kicked it low, trying to keep it, get some roll on it, but it hopped just right, and he caught it and went to the Celina sideline,
which is the far side of the field from us. And the extra point here by Jax Holt is up and good, and Celina takes a 17
to 10 or 17
to 7 lead over the Wildcats.
So critical possession coming up, and we've got to realize that Celina gets the ball to start the third quarter too. So we need to hold them and get some points.
It's Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST. Just moments ago, a 68-yard punt return for a touchdown by L.J. Taylor for Celina. As Tony pointed out to you, kind of a low kick there by Eric Rodriguez, and Taylor took it on a couple of hops.
Yep.
And I think started to his right and then cut it back to the left, going to the far side, and he got free, Tony, at about the Wildcat 40-yard line.
It looked bad from there. They only had one man, and Celina had two leading blockers.
Kickoff by Holtz. This is the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, and he kicks it about a yard deep into the Wildcat end zone, and so it'll be a touchback out to the 25-yard line.
So let's see if we can recoup here. Plenty of time, 4:46. Both teams have 2 timeouts left, so the clock is not a factor. Let's see if we can put together a long drive and get something on the board, get a little closer at halftime.
$75 yards to go for the Wildcats to hit pay dirt.
That looks like Keyshawn John in the backfield right there to me.
No, that is Jackson Hare.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Handoff from Mason Cooper to Jackson Hare.
Number 7, Jackson Hare, the ball carrier.
Got about 6 out of it. 5.
Hare out to the 30. I noticed Jackson is wearing one of those protective covers on his helmet.
It kind of looks like it, like the little balloons, and I'm not against that. I think everybody just about should.
And of course, he had a concussion, I think, in the game against Greenville several weeks ago. So this will now be 2nd and 5. And Hare has had a pretty good first half running the football. Obviously, he had the 16-yard touchdown run. Cooper, the snap, and hands off. And Jackson Hare kind of probing the line there.
Lost one there maybe at the most.
I thought maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. But there's a loss of one, as Tony said.
Come on, box man. Get back up here where you going. It's not. He's at 3rd and 9. It's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, a loss of one.
Yeah, there we go.
The 29-yard line.
He went roaming on me.
So big play here for Sulphur Springs, trailing 17 to 7. Wildcats need to keep the football. 3:30 left to go in the half. Don't want to give it back to Celina. Snap to Cooper. Cooper retreating and trying to set up a screen pass to the far side there to Jackson Hare, and could not connect. Falls incomplete, and it'll be 4th down. Another punting situation, obvious punting situation for Sulphur Springs, but here comes the punting unit.
Yep, that wasn't gonna work because Taylor had him done. And I just saw Taylor, he gave him a little bit of a pop, very legal, and then he went all the way 20 yards to pat him on the rear end and make sure he no hard feelings. I like that.
Eric Rodriguez back to punt for the Wildcats. That last punt returned for a Bobcat touchdown.
I don't care what.
Snap over the head of Eric Rodriguez, and he tries to get it away. He does get it away, and it's not going to be much of a punt, but it's better than what it might have been, Tom.
Yep.
Mercy.
That's one of those where you almost wish it had gone in the end zone and just give up safety, because it went basically back to the line of scrimmage for a 0 punt. So that's going to give them a 28-yard field with 3:13 left and 2 timeouts. So things unraveling a little bit for the Wildcats. They've got to got to get it back together. Let's see if the defense can hold up.
Snap over the head of Rodriguez. He chased it down to the goal line, and he was covered up with Bobcats and fortunate to get a kick away, but only, Tony, a 1-yard punt as it turned out.
Yep.
Wildcats 28.
So first down, Celina at the Sulphur Springs 28-yard line. Celina leading 17-7. Bo Bentley play action pass. Sets up to throw deep, has his man at the goal line.
He caught that ball one-handed. That's Taylor.
Touchdown to L.J. Taylor, who has been spectacular here in the second quarter in particular. Diving catch at the goal line by L.J. Taylor.
Mercy, that's the play of the night to this point. That was overthrown, and he outran it, got it one-handed, and brought it in. So, again, we got to get to halftime now, 23-7 with the extra point coming.
Taylor had the 68-yard punt return not long ago and had an interception that led to a Celina field goal earlier in the period. Jax Holt, the place kicker, on once again. 23-7 Celina. Here's the extra point, and the extra point is good. 24-7, and this is Wildcats football on KSST. 28-yard touchdown pass from Bo Bentley to L.J. Taylor, post pattern. Taylor a diving catch at the goal line. Set up after the high snap over the head of Eric Rodriguez, and then he was fortunate to get any kind of punt away, and then only traveled about back to the line of scrimmage, maybe one more yard.
Ball up from the 40-yard line, Jax Holt for the Bobcats, deep for the Wildcats.
So Celina taking advantage of Sulphur Springs' mistakes. The interception off a tipped ball, setting up the field goal. Then the 68-yard punt return by Taylor. Then the high snap over the head of Rodriguez. And the very short punt setting up the 28-yard touchdown pass. Here's the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Jax Holt gets the foot into the ball and lands
out of
about
bounds.
the 10 and goes out of bounds.
So that'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. I'm assuming that's what we'll take.
Put the ball at the 35-yard line.
Well, he's saying 35. I thought it was 30.
I tell you, that is the most confusing rule to me. It seems to change every time it happens, that the ball goes out of bounds.
It's 30-yard line. That's what it was. It's 30 yards in advance of the kick is one of your options. I didn't think it was 35.
There are several options there. I think that's the confusing aspect. There's several different ways that the receiving team can choose to do it.
More things happen on the kicking game for officials than anything in the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So let's see if Wildcats can use their 2 timeouts, 3:04, see if we can get some kind of points on the board. We don't need to go into a shell and have to punt again and give them the ball.
24-7, man in motion for Sulphur Springs. Handoff and running play between the tackles, short gain.
I think that's going to be Dobson.
Gain is to the 22-yard line.
Timeout on the field, charge to
32-yard line, I should say.
Celina's taking timeouts right now. They think they can get the ball back.
Yeah, 2:54 left to go, and Celina leading 24-7. This is Wildcats football on KSST. This is number 1 versus number 6, 4A Division I football in Texas. Celina number 1, Sulphur Springs number 6. Not to make too much of it, Tony, but the Wildcats have been without Deuce Timmons, with the exception of the first play from scrimmage, their junior quarterback, who is so talented. And I think Mason Cooper's done a creditable job here in his place, but the Wildcats definitely missing Deuce Timmons.
You don't replace Deuce Timmons.
Cooper throwing strong out to the sideline over on the far side.
Going to make it.
That's Jamorian Jeffrey who makes the catch at the
3rd and 1.
39. So that's good for 7 yards, and now 3rd and 1 at the 39-yard line in Wildcat territory. 2:30 left to go in the half.
There's a 25-second clock up on the scoreboard video.
Running play up the middle.
Good run by Jackson Hare there.
Out to about the 44-yard line for Jackson Hare.
Hooten Hardware first down.
Actually, they say the 45-yard line, so that's a gain of 6 yards. First down at the 45.
We need to make Celina take their timeouts in case they get the ball back, but in a perfect world, we're not going to let them have the ball back.
Sulphur Springs moving right to left. Ball's on the far hash mark. H-back Quinn Harris behind the left tackle. Handoff, running play. Jackson Hare trying to go off right tackle. Short gain of about 2 yards.
Celina's going to take their last quarter. No, it's 2 minutes. I forgot. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, me too. I can't get used to it. So 2-minute warning in high school football now. It started in pro football and then migrated to college football, now finally to high school football. 24-7. Celina over the Sulphur Springs Wildcats late in the second quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats at home next week against their old rival, the Parish Wildcats, at Gerald Prim Stadium. 7:30 kickoff. Obviously, we will have the game for you. Celina has their open week next week, and then they play Paris.
Play Sulphur Springs football, second down and 9. Ball resting on their own.
Celina 6-0, Sulphur Springs 5-0 coming into this game here tonight. But especially here in the second quarter, it's been all Celina.
Yep.
Here's second down and 8 from the 47 in Sulphur Springs territory. Man goes in motion from right to left, and they swing it out to him, and that is Jackson Hare.
Backwards pass complete to number 7, Jackson.
And Hare, short gain as he came all the way to the near side.
And they said, and I was looking, it was a backwards pass. He caught it, but that's a dangerous play right there because that's a live ball if it's incomplete.
Gain of only a yard.
Yep.
Bobcats did a nice job of containing the play there.
We're going to have to take something real quick right up the middle on a slant. That's what we got intercepted, so that's why we're kind of timid about it. But it's going to take something like that to pop.
Minute 23, Mason Cooper
right
in the
there.
Shotgun, going over the middle for Jamorian Jeffrey, and does not connect with him at the 35-yard line. That's Quinn Harris.
Quinn Harris, and I think he heard footsteps on that one. Now there's fourth down. The clock stopped with 1:13, and they've got one timeout, so that's not good. We've got to get to the house with no more score.
Formation for the Wildcats, deep to receive for the Bobcats, L.J. Taylor and Jacob Brown.
This is Eric Rodriguez in to punt again for the Wildcats. Last time the snap was over his head, and a disaster resulted. There's another somewhat high snap. And he gets this very flat kick away, taken at the 23-yard line. Here's the return. This is Taylor again, is it not? Taylor going to his left, cutting back at midfield. There he goes, 40, 30, one man to beat. That's Rodriguez. 10, cuts it back again, and the Wildcats finally do catch up with him inside the 10-yard line at the 7-yard line.
No flags. I was just, when they started to play, I was just fixing to say, you're at the 50, kick the ball out of bounds. And we got number 4, C.T. Galloway, is hurt a little bit at the goal line, and he just passed out. Or I didn't pass out, but he laid down. So we've got a timeout for an injury.
Let's see, I have this, Tony, as a 58-yard punt return.
Yes, I believe.
To go with his 68-yard punt return just a short time ago. They will have a first down and goal at the Wildcats 7-yard line, leading 24-7. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Just moments ago, a 58-yard punt return by L.J. Taylor, who has been sensational here in the second quarter for Celina. An interception, 2 long punt returns, and a terrific touchdown catch, all in this second period. And the Wildcats have a player down in the end zone on this play, and he's still being attended to.
Looks like he's moving and fixing to get him up now. That's a good sign. C.T. Galloway. And a round of applause, especially over here on the Sulphur Springs side, but I'm
sure also on the Celina side, we are in the visitor stands broadcasting tonight.
And the Celina training staff went out there to help as well. So good teamwork by everybody involved. Now they're setting him back down.
Well, we'll take another break here with Celina leading Sulphur Springs. And just 55 seconds to go until halftime. It's 24-7, the Bobcats, and Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. Well, the injured Wildcat being carted off the field. Tony, if we're not certain, I'm hesitant to say.
I'm pretty sure it's C.T. Galloway.
Taking him off in a golf cart, and he's under a canopy. It's harder to see him now because the lights are not shining under that canopy.
I'm pretty sure that's who it is. And they're taking him now because it's almost halftime. Well, they're stopping at the bench, so they may not be taking him on into the locker room at this point.
And it is C.T. Galloway who was injured. So we are back to play now. From the 8-yard line, Bo Bentley handing off to Logan Gutierrez, and Gutierrez romping through the Wildcat defense, puts his shoulder down at the goal line, and he scores standing up.
This is if it can go wrong, it has gone wrong quarter. We've got to get to the house right now, but everything that started out with such hope, we've got the 2 injuries and so forth, and just nothing's gone right for us right now.
Second touchdown of the half by Logan Gutierrez for Celina. Here's the extra point by Jax Holt. Kick up and good. And so with 52 seconds left to go in the half, Wildcats trailing 31-7 to the defending state champion Celina Bobcats. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. The 58-yard punt return by L.J. Taylor setting up the touchdown. An 8-yard run by senior running back Logan Gutierrez for the Bobcats.
So quarterback Bo Bentley gets all of the press, and L.J. Taylor is working it.
It's been his
his game.
His quarter for sure. Here's the kick into the end zone for a touchback. I think the Wildcats might be well advised here just to run a couple of plays into the line and regroup.
Yep. Celina can stop it once, and they may very well do it just to make us snap the ball, but we need to run the clock out, get in at halftime, and see what we can do.
Tony, this was a 7-7 game going to the second quarter.
Yes, absolutely.
Very competitive first quarter.
The first quarter was what we were expecting, what I was expecting for sure. And then with the injury and the turnover, it just kind of snowballed.
And Mason Cooper handing off on first down. Dobson Martin.
They're not going to call timeout, so that we got to snap it one more time.
Martin hit, brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
No gain on the play.
So 35 seconds showing on the clock.
Second down, 10.
They may have to run one more.
Yeah, they're going to have to run one.
Play clock at 22. 2 wideouts to either side. Hand off to Dobson Martin. Trying to go off right tackle, and again, Bobcats do a great job of containing the play there and do not let him get quite back to the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of a couple of yards back to the 23.
I think that's going to be the end of the half. They're letting the clock run.
That'll be the final play of the first half. The score at halftime.
So disastrous second quarter for Sulphur Springs.
Stick around for tonight's homecoming festivities here.
And we have come to halftime, and the Wildcats trailing the Celina Bobcats 31-7. We will have the halftime performance by the Sulphur Springs High School Blue Blazes and the Wildcat Band. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back with those performances here shortly. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST brought to you by the Alliance Bank, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet, and thanks to J. Hodge for the dark red Chevy Tahoe in which we made the trip today. The University Interscholastic League is a Wildcat football sponsor. Pre-game presented by Super Handy. Halftime now presented by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. And we have the Blue Blazes on the field backed up by the Sulphur Springs High School Band, and let's hear their performance now.
The Blue Blazes can't thank their sponsors enough for their ongoing support this year. Sponsors include Nations Lending, Porter Grubb House, RGW Hauling, J&D Dozer and Mulching, Nottingham Dodge, Larry and Sherry Finney, the Fuller family, the Palacios family, Highway 19 Construction, The Sign Shop, House of Sabo, Bob Evans, Slaughter's Barbecue, Wyatt's Towing, Credit Card Union of Texas, HTO, Honda's Farm Services, DNS Custom Cabinets,
This would be a boost.
and Forest Laundry Services. Also, they want to send a special shout out to their gentlemen of the field, Seth Johns, Cavern Bryant, Zach Young, Carson Deaton, Trenton Avon, and their managers, Zakaya Avery, Aria Brown, Mariah Moore, Rayleigh Poole, and Lindsay Hayes. The Blue Blazes are under the direction of alumni member Mrs. Meredith Dial and assistant director, alumni member Trinity Martin. Tonight, we want to welcome onto our field the Blazes as they celebrate the great state of Texas with an exciting crop routine to deep in the heart of Texas.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Man, oh man, that Wildcat band. band is being led onto the field by drummen Danny Dempsey, Raphael Flores, Anthony Small, and Charles Bickler. The Wildcat band would like to recognize this week's section of the meet, clarinets. And this week's band members of the meet are loading crew captains, Candace Lester, Peter Starzik, Jessica Reed, and Kobe Mayfield. Tonight, the Wildcat band is continuing their 2025 season, presenting their UIL competition show, Stained Glass, a musical journey demonstrating the beauty and artistry of these beautiful windows and what they represent. Thank you to all of our band boosters, patrons, and donors. And a special thank you to A&S Air Conditioning for their sponsorship of our semi-truck bunch. Now sit back, enjoy the Sulphur Springs Wildcat band, and Stained Glass.
With the scores?
Yeah. Bobo's tied at football 9 minutes.
I'm not surprised about that.
Vicksburg's only down 14-7 at Gilbert.
Gilmer's down this year. My cousin's son coaches. Coaches junior.
Sure love to see Pittsburgh beat him. John Huston coached there for Gilbert. Winsboro's back.
You got Commerce? Commerce is playing. No, they're playing. Who are they playing?
I did not think of
I've got it.
I don't guess I saw it because I put a flag down.
You okay, Matt? Sulphur Springs High School band on the field here at Celina at halftime, with the Celina Bobcats leading over Sulphur Springs 31-7. And the Wildcat band's performance continues. Well, that might be a bad move. Yeah. I guarantee you. Yeah. Too much can happen. And if you were going to not have Deuce Tennant for the rest of the season, I think that might be a good move. Yeah, I didn't look at it. Right. We are at halftime in Celina, with the Celina Bobcats having exploded in the second quarter and taking a 31-7 halftime lead. This game was tied at 7-7 going to the second quarter, but L.J. Taylor led the way for Celina in the second quarter with two long punt returns, one for a touchdown, a great touchdown reception, and an interception. So Celina jumping out to a halftime lead, 31-7 over the Wildcats at homecoming here. For the Bobcats, we'll take a break and we'll come back and talk more about the first half and other things going on around the football world when Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST from Celina tonight. And Tony Flippin, this game just started out in a bad way for Sulphur Springs, although you could say it started out in a good way because Deuce Timmons, quarterback, had a great 13-yard run on the first play from scrimmage. The Wildcats had been penalized 5 yards, so it was 1st and 15. He very nearly picked up the first down, but on that play, he suffered some sort of ankle injury, and we have not seen him again.
Yeah, I'm quite certain he's done for today, and hopefully it's just a sprain or something, and that we've got time to get him healed up and so forth. It was just the absolute worst way we could start this ball game. Everything was going and all the hype, and now you didn't get a chance to see both teams at full strength.
This week they're performing a hoop routine, so all shook up.
Wildcats, it's hard to remember, Tony, the Wildcats actually jumped out to the lead in this game.
Yes, I mean, Mason Cooper came in and got the drive going, and we marched down the field and scored and did just what you're supposed to, and then had them not on their heels, but they had to come back tight, and it was very exciting, strongly contested first quarter, and then it was an early Halloween or whatever. And we had a half like this last year. I can't remember, but it was right around Halloween. And it was one of those, if it could go wrong, it did. I think it actually might have been Celina again at home.
I think you might be thinking about the Panther Creek game.
It could have been the Panther Creek, one or the other. If it could go wrong, it did. Yeah, it would have, because that was the last game right after Halloween.
Alex King recovered a fumble and returned it to the 21-yard line of Celina on the Bobcats' first possession, and Jackson Hare then went in with a 16-yard touchdown run for Sulphur Springs to put the Wildcats up 7-0 with 7:04 left to go in the first quarter, and things were looking good. Celina came right back as they went, 87 yards in 13 plays. Logan Gutierrez, a 2-yard run to tie the game, 7-7 with 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. And then I think the play that turned this game around, Tony, was the interception by L.J. Taylor on a ball off the fingertips of one of the Wildcat receivers.
I think that was Jeffrey, Jamorian Jeffrey. It was over the middle, and it was just a fraction high, and he tipped it. And Taylor got it over on our sideline and went to the weak side against the grain and took it the whole route. So that was the start of the horror movie.
And that set up actually a 27-yard field goal by Jax Holt that gave Celina a 10-7 lead. But then it was a short time after that L.J. Taylor had his 68-yard punt return for a touchdown. That made it 17-7. But the interception really got Celina going there in the second quarter. And then we had a situation where the Wildcats were forced into a 3-and-out. And the snap over the head of the punter, Eric Rodriguez. He picked it up about a yard deep in the end zone. And with 3 or 4 Bobcats swarming around him, he got a punt away, but only got it back to about the line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard more. And Celina took over at the Sulphur Springs 28-yard line. And then Bo Bentley, the Bobcat quarterback, connected to L.J. Taylor on a 28-yard touchdown pass. It was a diving catch by Taylor at the goal line. And Celina led at that point 24-7. And then another punt return by Taylor, 58 yards to the Wildcat 8-yard line. And Logan Gutierrez scored from 8 yards out with 52 seconds left to go in the second quarter, 31-7, the score at halftime.
Just tough break for the Wildcats in that second quarter. Everything was going good in that first quarter and so forth.
And the defense also, I think, stood up to Celina pretty strongly there in the first.
Yeah, they did. It was very. Defense was right with them. First quarter was dead even.
You got some scores for us?
I do. Let's see if I can call them back up. Como, Picton, and Cooper have got a barn burner, 14 all with 9 minutes left in the third. Cumbie is over Detroit 30-8 around halftime. Pittsburgh is losing to Gilmer 14-7 in the third. Carrollton Creekview is up 28-0 over Turner. That's where I've got my surrogate grandson, and he threw a 97-yard touchdown pass.
Wow, fantastic.
So that's my personal story. Frisco is way up on Community, our next, well, not our next opponent, but we're coming up 42-7, and it's not quite halftime. Winsboro's up on Eustis 35-0. Mount Vernon is leading Emory 29-12, and Paris is up on Aubrey at halftime 28-14. I couldn't find the Commerce score you'd asked about, so hopefully you either might have it or I'll look.
Well, I have not been successful yet, but Commerce is playing at Mineola tonight. Did you have the Cumbie Detroit score?
Yes, Cumbie was up.
She also plays
Let me see if I can scroll back to it. 30-6, not quite to halftime.
Okay, good. Alba Golden is open tonight. Campbell is open tonight. In the district, and Tony already gave you the Aubrey Parish score, and you also had Panther Creek at Community, right? So that covers the district.
Yeah,
we know
the district's covered.
Celina leading Sulphur Springs 31-7 here.
Yeah.
District standings going into tonight. Celina and Sulphur Springs undefeated, 6-0 Celina, 5-0 Sulphur Springs. Celina had played one more district game and one more regular season game. So Celina 2-0, Sulphur Springs 1-0. Panther Creek 5-1 for the season, 1-1 in the district. Paris 4-2, 1-1 in the district. Lake Dallas 4-2, 1-1 in the district. So Panther Creek, Paris, and Lake Dallas tied at 1-1 in Community, 0-1 with a 1-4 record for the season. College games tomorrow, or actually we've had a couple already played. Liberty over UT El Paso on Wednesday night of all things, 19-8. Jacksonville State played at Sam Houston last night. I never did see that final score.
No, I didn't.
Tony, I think Sam Houston was leading, but I did not see the final. Now, another score you might look up is the North Texas-South Florida game. They are playing tonight in Denton.
Yeah, they're playing now. I'll see if I can find that one. I'm looking for the Commerce score at the moment.
Okay, so tomorrow, Stanford at SMU. Houston at Oklahoma State at 11. At 2:30, of course, Oklahoma, Texas, Oklahoma in the Cotton Bowl and the State Fair on ABC. TCU at Kansas State, it is, on Fox at 2:30. At 6, Florida at Texas A&M will be on ESPN. Lamar,
what time is that?
That's at 6.
Good.
Lamar at A&M tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. Another home game for the Lions. 6:30, Kansas at Texas Tech. I know you follow the Red Raiders, Tony.
Yep.
That'll be on Fox. Rice at UT San Antonio tomorrow at 6:30. Volleyball, Lady Cats under head coach Bailey Dorner having a great season. They are 26-8, have won 7 in a row. They are 5-0 in district play. They were playing at North Lamar this evening at 4:30. I'm sure that game obviously is over by now, but we do not have the score yet for you. Should have it tomorrow morning. And Tuesday, the Lady Cats at home versus Texarkana Pleasant Grove, and that is a very big game. That's against the second place team in the district at 6 p.m. Tuesday night, so they'd like to have a big crowd as the Lady Cats take on Texarkana Pleasant Grove. I said in the pregame we'd talk a little bit about the town of Celina, or the city of Celina, and this is just astonishing. Tony? In 2020, 5 years ago, the population of Celina, according to the census, was 17,808. 5 years later, it is 60,323.
I didn't think you were going that far.
A rate of growth in 5 years of 238%.
Well, this area is being called the most aggressive area in the United States.
is
for
Michaela
growth, not
Sargent.
just Texas,
Right.
in the United States.
Well,
So-
another example is Princeton, not far from here, just on the east side of McKinney, which has grown almost as much, if not as
They
much.
were 2A when I started refereeing, and they're 6A now. They're playing Allen tonight.
Right, and Celina was in the same classification.
Yeah,
Well, they're
they
not
stayed
probably
in 2A,
2A.
when they were winning probably 5 or 6 or 7 of those state championships.
I think the good news probably is that I don't think we'll see Celina again next year. We have the redrawing of the districts.
I'm with you, but I'm not so sure that we don't have more right now, but we don't have the growth like Celina does, so they'll definitely pass this time.
Yeah, I think that they will move up to 5A, Division II at least, if not 5A Division I. Even conceivably 6A. I can imagine they might go to 6A. I do not think they'll be in the same district with Sulphur Springs next week or next year at all. So we are at halftime, and it is homecoming here at Celina, and they're doing the presentation of the homecoming court here.
The daughter of Sharon and Chad Hoyt.
I never did find Commerce. You said you thought they were playing Mineola.
They are playing Mineola.
Mineola's playing somebody else, so they may have a bye this week and play Mineola for their next
Well,
game.
I have been known to make that mistake, so I will double check on
and I'll
that.
see if I can find UNT.
UNT playing South Florida at Denton tonight. UNT is undefeated. I understand that's the first time that UNT has been 5-0 since 1959. And their new stadium was going to be sold out.
Yeah, it was sold out.
30,000.
They canceled out afternoon classes so they could get out there.
Well, nobody goes to Friday afternoon classes anyway. I can
Well,
promise
it
you
looks
that.
like 49-28 South Florida with 7 minutes to go in the third.
Oh, dear.
So down at the moment, but the scoreboard has plenty of lights on it.
Yeah. Long way to go there.
Yeah.
Here it is 31-7. Celina over Sulphur Springs. We'll come back and get ready for the second half when Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. Wildcats will be at home against their old rivals, the Paris Wildcats, next Friday night at 7:30. And, of course, now in high school football, Tony, the way things are done with 4 teams going to the playoffs, even if the Wildcats go on to lose this game tonight, they still are in great shape.
Oh, yeah.
For a playoff run.
Sure.
For the crowning of our
And last year we had 3 out of the 4 teams that were in Region 2 semifinals, and I would imagine that if you talk to every coach, they fully expect that to be the case this year too.
So next week's game, regardless of the outcome of the game here in Celina tonight, will be important for the Wildcats and the Paris Wildcats next week. You said Paris was up on Aubrey. I think
Paris should be considered the favorite for 4th place, and you know we can't take anybody for granted. Paris for sure, because they always play us tough. And, of course, with Timmons' injury right now and the uncertainty on that time, then that evens things up a little bit more, too. So we got to get ready.
You are correct that Commerce is open tonight. I made a mistake there, and I had them playing Mineola, but that will be next
week.
Friday night that they'll be playing Mineola. So there is no score for Commerce because there is no game for Commerce. But what a story the Commerce Tigers are, having beaten Winsboro when Winsboro was ranked number 1.
And pounded them.
And then beat Malakoff last week, which I think Malakoff is down this year, but they were ranked in the top 10. And, of course, a perennial state contender, the Malakoff Tigers. And so Commerce now ranked 10th in 3A Division I under former Wildcat John McSheffery.
That's a team to be looking for, too, because Johnny McSheffery, he was a hard-nosed player, and I know he's going to be a hard-nosed coach, but he's going to be a player's coach, too. And if they'll listen to him, Commerce has had players for years. It's just a matter of did they play football or did they want to. If they'll listen to Johnny McSheffery, they'll turn into a football team.
Well, I think that's already happened. And you're right, he is a player's coach, and I think that the players love him. I've been around Commerce Tigers football for a while before coming over to Sulphur Springs. So, yeah, I think he's already turned that program around. Well, after a long halftime here, including the homecoming presentation of the court and the homecoming queen, we are about ready for the second half. Wildcats back out on the field, and they will be kicking off to Celina.
That's another thing. We got to bow up and not let Celina have anything on this first series here. We've got a big enough hill to climb.
Second half.
Celina won the toss and deferred to the second half. And so they'll be getting the football to start the third quarter here. 31-7. And it was a 7-7 game at the end of the first quarter. And as we told you a few minutes ago, the Tigers actually led this game 7-0 on a 16-yard TD run by Jackson Hare after a fumble recovery by Alex King. And Wildcats remained very competitive with Celina throughout the first quarter, but then Celina just blew up mainly behind their punt returner and receiver and defensive back L.J. Taylor there.
That's the thing. It was more big plays to get that 24-point cushion in the second. I mean, the punt return, the interception return, such as that, it wasn't like they sit there and drove it right down our throat all quarter, but it still counts. But we've got to, hopefully the coaching staff was able to get everybody settled down a little bit. Tell them this is a pride.
Line, and here is the return for Celina out across the 20-yard line.
23-yard line when the Bobcats have a first and 10.
Number 4.
Second half of
Maddox McCoy.
Yep. Maddox McCoy on the return. Alex King, the tackle for the Wildcats, going down on kickoff coverage. So Celina, first down at the 23-yard line. They will be moving from our right to our left. And again, we are in the visitor stands here tonight. We're sitting with all the Sulphur Springs fans, which we like, but a little harder to call the game from this vantage point, Tony, because the officials face away from you, and the angle on the chains, looking directly behind it, a little bit tougher, but glad to be here. Bo Bentley on first down, given to Gutierrez.
He'll lose a couple yards there, possibly, maybe one.
And Wildcats defense standing up strong against him on that first carry.
Yep. And with this kind of lead, I look for Celina to do very little passing. I look for them to run the ball, and unless we start scoring points, I look for them to try to shorten the game, keep a running clock.
Second and 10 for the Bobcats from the 23-yard line. Bentley back to throw.
So they pass.
And fires it out to the far side in the flat, caught. And about a gain of 8 yards, I would say.
Third and 5.
8 of 4, third down.
Catch by Evan Caney, I believe is how that is pronounced.
Okay. I'm not seeing C.T. Galloway on the sideline yet. He was an injured Wildcat toward the end of the second quarter.
Bentley back to throw on third down and passing to the flat on the far side. And it is caught.
Complete to 21, Caney.
Once again, Caney makes the catch, and it's close to a first down.
Yep, he had second effort, and he got first down, I'm pretty sure.
Evan Caney, his second catch.
No, they moved him back, so it's going to be 4th and 1.
Okay.
So that's a good job. We had him. I knew we had him short, but I thought he got it, and they're going to punt. They're not going to take any chance. So good job by the Wildcat defense on this first series, holding them to a 3 and out. Now let's see if we can add a little return and put some offense going our way.
Caney gets to the 32-yard line. So 4th and 1, and they will punt. I believe Bo Bentley is the punter. At least that's what I saw on video this week. Let's see. No, this is somebody else punting.
Delay of game, offense number 16.
Delay of game, and this is their place kicker who is punting. That's Jax Holt.
Yep.
Delay of game. It's
they were seeing if we jump.
Jax Holt in deep punt formation, deep to receive for Sulphur Springs. Number 3, Gio Avara, along with number 7, Jackson Hare.
High snap, and Holt gets it away, and it will be returned here for the Wildcats. There's a loose ball, Loose ball.
I think we got it back. That could have been absolutely disastrous. Gio bobbled it, but fell on it. No gain.
The 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard
34-yard line coming out.
So the Wildcats avert disaster there.
Whoa, I thought it was going to continue. We can't afford anything. We've got to play a perfect half, and still an awful big hill.
And that is a 37-yard punt by Jax Holt for
Mason
Celina.
Cooper coming back out to start. He's got Jackson Hare in the backfield with him.
From the Wildcat 34-yard line, first series of the second half. Running play between the tackles across the 35. It goes. Short gain. That's Jackson Hare. He is swarmed by orange shirts there.
Well, what's going to happen this entire half is just like the second quarter is they're going to pinch in with their defensive linemen. They've got 4 down linemen. They're going to pinch. They're not going to respect Mason Cooper's ability to scramble like they would have had to for Timmons. So it's going to be hard to run up the gut.
Snap to Cooper in the shotgun. He's rolling out to his right, passing downfield.
Cooper gets his pass away.
And that is Jamorian Jeffrey, but he is not able to make the catch. A diving effort there at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of got tied up trying to throw it there. He's kind of warming up his arm. He may have not been totally loose on that one. So now it's 3rd and 8. Need to get something positive going.
I haven't seen any Wildcat fans leaving the stadium here at halftime.
No. Which after this trip, kind of like with Aubrey, you get here, I'm going to stay and get my money's worth.
3rd and 8, and Cooper passing far side in the flat, and the catch is made, and close to the first down. I think he'll have it.
Yep, that's first down. That's Virgil.
Jackson Virgil with the catch.
Good job. That's a good positive step for the offense. Good throw by Mason. Really good.
He's got a good line.
Yeah, he's done well. It's unfair to compare him with Timmons,
sure,
but he's done a good job. He's done a really nice job.
Hooten Hardware first down.
Yep, you picked me up there.
From the 45-yard line, Jackson Hare
gets the call,
using his blockers and
all right,
strong legs and gets out to the 50-yard line.
Let's see if we do something here. They should have a player kicked out right there.
Oh, yeah?
Number 54 pancaked him. And against what he shouldn't, he said something, and one of their players kind of hit him in the low. And there is a flag. Our coaching staff came out.
There's a conference taking place among the officials at midfield.
But he threw a punch. Coach Fairclough's trying to get him to stop the clock, but this should be an ejection. We'll see.
It's a 5-yard gain by Jackson Hare. Strong running up the middle there by Hare.
Yeah. This should be 15 yards and automatic first down and should be an ejection. The referee's coming over to the side judge to check with him right now, verify that that's what he wants. But it was a punch. And they're him-hawing around. He probably doesn't want to say this, the referee.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, fighting, number 11 of the defense. For throwing a punch, he is disqualified.
There you go. They did it right. Number 11, so that's it.
Luke Biagini, and he's a linebacker and considered one of their top defenders. 5'11", 215-pounder.
I think it was Jeff Stevenson.
The administration of the penalty, the clock continued to run.
Yeah.
Please reset the game.
Jeff Stevenson basically took him out and pancaked him. And what I didn't like is he bent over and said something to him. He provoked it, but they saw the punch and did the right thing. So Stevenson did everything right except the taunting.
Biagini, one of their top defenders. So he's out of the game, and the ball goes to the 34-yard line of Celina on the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, it was called, Tony.
Yeah, and that definitely was.
Mason Cooper throwing deep, has a man out there with a step on his defender, but he overthrows him.
Pass away intended for number 18,
Jamorian Jeffrey was the intended receiver.
He had him beat, but you got to put a little more air. He threw that too much on the line.
Coverage on the
now what you got to do too is Wildcats have got to settle down after that penalty and ejection. Just play ball. Everybody's on a little high alert, both teams, so hopefully we can keep control of it.
31-7, Celina leading. Mason Cooper in for the injured Deuce Timmons. Takes the snap, retreating, feeling the pressure, throws it, and has a receiver here in the flat on the near side, diving effort.
Couldn't
Once
quite
again,
come back. That's Jeffrey
again, yeah.
He didn't have much chance there. He had heavy pressure, and he was down. He was 20 yards in the backfield running for his life and threw it off his back leg.
Yep.
We're fortunate that didn't get intercepted, truth be known. We're going to have to throw quicker passes. They're laying their ears back.
Yeah. Get rid of the ball.
We've got to have it where we throw it and hope we can break a tackle right at the point of attack and go from there.
Yeah.
We can't sit there and take all the time.
Yep. He's got to get it out of his hand.
Got something going on. Offensive pass interference on number 19. That's
Deacon
a baseball
Carpenter.
player, Deacon Carpenter. Yep, so he must have done something that caught.
Wow, I did not see that at all.
I didn't either. That's 15 yards, so that moves it to second down and 25 yards. So
49-yard line.
That's far and away not the way to be going.
Back to the Celina 49-yard line. Now the line to gain is the 24-yard line.
Yep, second and a bunch.
Second and 25. Wildcats in the shotgun, and Mason Cooper scrambling, and the ball pops out, but I think he got rid of it, Tony, as a pass.
I thought it was a fumble. He may have been trying to underhand it, but Jackson was in the area, and they graciously said that worked because it didn't get to the line. But I think we're going to have a hold. We'll see. They'll probably decline it, go with third, and
yeah, the flag down at the Sulphur Springs 45.
They'll decline it.
They decline.
Third and 25. No reason to, not much difference in second and 35.
Bobcats, it'll bring up third down and 25.
So hand the ball off, don't turn over, and punt the ball out of bounds. Do not let number 2 get hold of it.
That's L.J. Taylor, had such a big second quarter.
He is not going to see the ball if I've got control of it.
Third and 25. Wildcats need to get to the Celina 24-yard line. Passing for Deacon Carpenter, slanting in from right to left, and it's off his fingertips. Jamorian Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's the thing. A couple of Mason's throws have been high, and that's the danger, because that's how we got that first interception by Taylor, was on a tip. So 4th and 25, and the Cats have got a punt. Taylor's back there. Like I say, I'm kicking it out of bounds. I am not letting him touch the ball. I don't care if it's a 20-yard punt.
So the pass interference call really
that really took us out of it.
Stymied the drive there for Sulphur Springs.
Yep.
4th and 25. Eric Rodriguez going to snap that was a little bit high. He kicks it to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, got a good roll. Should be out about the 7 or the 8. 6-yard line.
Wow, what a punt.
Yep, that was good, but it was too close to Taylor. Fortunately, it was low enough that he couldn't get under it. Got a good bounce out of it. So let's see if the defense can load up again. Defense has got a heavy slate this half to give up no points.
That's a 42-yard punt by Eric Rodriguez of the Wildcats. And about 10 yards or so, would you say, on the roll?
10 or 15, yeah. Yeah, it hit around the 20.
Of course, you're playing on the artificial turf, as you do pretty much everywhere now, and the ball roll a long way sometimes. So
that's what I missed by referee, and I was a lot faster on turf. I don't know. People don't take my word for it.
Bentley from the 6 under center heads off to Logan Gutierrez going to his right, cutting it back, and Gutierrez into the secondary and all the way up to the 20-yard line for a first down.
That was number 21.
Number 2, Grayson Hardy.
That was Evan Keeney.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, 21 got that one.
Well, I beg your pardon. That's the first time that he's carried that.
It sure looked to me like that's one
Took
that
it
got
for granted
out there.
that it was Gutierrez again. He doesn't miss many snaps. They're going from the I formation here with Bo Bentley under center. And here's the handoff and coming to the outside, and I think you are right about that previous play.
Short, just at the 30-yard line, about the 28.
This is Evan Keeney, who caught a couple of passes here earlier, and he is out to the 28-yard line for another gain of 8 yards. Going off left tackle. Again, the I formation, man in motion. Play action pass. Bentley rolling out to his right, throwing to the flat over on the far side. Was it caught?
Bentley gets the pass away intended for Wyatt Villarreal. Pass is a little tall and incomplete. Coverage on the play by Grayson.
I'm really surprised that they're throwing the ball at all. I would be running the ball, staying in bounds, and running the clock.
This will be 3rd and 3 for Celina at the 20, I make it the 27-yard line. Tight formation here, single wide out to the left, I formation, and handoff, and between the tackles it goes up to the 31.
Give it to him.
Close to first down.
Yep, they're going to give it to him.
It's Caney again.
Yep.
To the 31.
Grayson Hardy.
Grayson Hardy made the tackle for the Wildcats.
I believe.
Linebacker. Came into the game with 25 tackles, 179 tackles last season for Grayson Hardy.
Somebody down in the middle in there. I can't see who it is.
As a junior. First down.
That's Hardy.
First down, Celina at the 31-yard line.
Looks like he may have a cramp. I hope that's as much as it is. That's one thing we've been very fortunate about, lack of injuries this year, but they've sure compounded it tonight with Timmons and Galloway, and now with Hardy down. Hopefully he'll be able to spring back up, put some fluids in him, get him back out there.
31-7, Celina leading with 6:39 it is to go in the third quarter, and I'm still unclear on injury situation. I see him now at the 33-yard line.
Yeah.
This has been a really tough night.
Yeah.
For the Wildcats. Now he is up.
Let's give him a nice hand, number 2, Grayson.
And he's
doing the same
assisted.
thing Deuce did, but he's putting weight on it. So,
boy, it has really been rough tonight.
2 heavyweights. This is what happens when you got heavyweight football, and that's what this is.
Except I don't think they've had anybody walk off with an injury so far tonight.
We've definitely
got the worst end of
worst end of it.
Yeah. So it's first down for Celina, and we'll see if Grayson Hardy's able to return. He made the tackle on the play.
He's walking a little better by the time it gets here, but those ankle sprains are tough. See if they can tape him up.
Grayson Hardy, by the way, a Louisiana Tech commit. He'll be a Bulldog next year. First down, and Bentley is back in the shotgun this time, and I believe this is
still Keeney.
Keeney again, who
right tackle.
He's doing his Dobson Martin impression.
Yeah, he lowers the shoulder there.
And running north-south.
Nice through the defense up to the 39-yard line for a gain of 8 yards, so it's second down and 2. From the 39, Bentley in the shotgun. Moving to his right, throwing, and caught in the flat over on the far side near midfield.
Pass complete to Wyatt Villarreal.
That's Villarreal, the big tight end, who makes the catch.
He's a player.
They will have the first down close to midfield.
Made by number 3, Gio.
They're going to go back to the line and try to wear us down now. They're going tempo.
Gio Ibarra, the tackle, the Wildcat cornerback. Villarreal, by the way, 6'5", 220 pounds. And he is a senior. First down at the Celina 47-yard line. Bo Bentley, the senior quarterback.
Too much time.
In the pocket, throwing and slanting in from right to left. The catch is made near the 40-yard line of Sulphur Springs. Again, that is Wyatt Villarreal who makes the catch.
If you give anybody that much time, they're going to complete the pass. That's the limiting factor when we've got a 3-man front. They're keeping 5 in and plus a back at times, so they got 6 on 3. If you can't get pressured, Bo's going to get you.
First down, Bentley, and this time he's going to be sacked. Tried to move out to the right there.
Negative yardage. Also about 4 on the play.
That's 38.
Blaine Allen on the fence.
Blaine Allen,
yeah.
Blaine Allen, the Wildcat defensive end.
And I can see Bentley's kind of limping a little bit. It looked like he got twirled down.
So this is 2nd down and 14.
Yep.
From the 45-yard line in Wildcat territory. 2 wideouts to either side of the field. Bentley in the shotgun has it back to his right. They give it off to him, and he's going nowhere.
Keeney got it. Trey Bunnell said stop right now. Stayed to where it is, 3rd and 14.
Also, Truth Holmes got up off the deck there. I think maybe had a piece of that tackle.
Truth Holmes
lost his shoe.
Keenan.
You get between Truth and Trey, you're gonna do worse for what you did.
3rd and 14 for Celina, leading 31-7, 4:20 to go. And Bentley in the pocket, and again he's going to be sacked.
25.
I think it might have been Blaine Allen again.
Keenan Morris, 25. That's who I couldn't see. The lighting's not good.
Senior Keenan Morris with the sack there.
There was 3 of them. That was where we had. So Keenan was a little bit of one of the linebackers. We had him from 3 sides and couldn't get him.
Just a loss of a couple of yards back to the 47-yard line. Here's the punt. And it's going to take a Celina roll inside the 10 down to the 2-yard line or thereabouts.
1 yard line.
Jack's Hope is down on the Wildcat.
I wasn't looking, but obviously we didn't catch it. And that's what happens. 99-yard field looking at us now. It may not have been catchable.
He kicked it over their heads there. Yeah. That's a 51-yard punt by Jax Holt.
Yeah.
Wow.
3:26 left in the 3rd, and we got a 99-yard field. Let's see if we can put something together and sustain a little.
31-7, Celina over the Wildcats. No scoring here in the 3rd quarter. So
it's going to be a low-scoring second half when you have one like that.
Looks like they give it to Jackson Hare. Hare trying to go to his right, cuts it back to his left, just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's the thing. Your normal play when you're right there is just run it off tackle and try to get out of the shadow. They know what's coming. We're going to have to do something or get lucky.
Again, Hare's wearing that protective cover on his headgear that you see these days. He had a concussion against Greenville several weeks ago.
That may strictly be preventative maintenance. I like it.
But I had not seen him wear it until tonight.
No.
It's a 2nd and 10 from the 1. Wildcats
give it back to him again.
Give it to Jackson Hare, and again, going left, hit at the line of scrimmage, and that's all he gets, which is basically nothing.
That's Hammer and Hank Thomas.
So Wildcats looking at punting out of the back of their end zone unless they come up with a play right here.
10 from the 1-yard line.
31-7, Celina, 2:34 left to go, 3rd quarter. It has been a tough night for the Wildcats in every way possible.
Yep.
Mason Cooper, the quarterback, in the shotgun, stands about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Jeff Stevenson snaps it to him. Looking to his left, throwing, and incomplete, intended for Jackson Virgil at the 15-yard line.
Got a punt from the 1, and that's not a good situation. I'm not so sure I wouldn't snap it out, give them 2, and punt from the 20. I really would.
Well, you're down 31-7.
It's not like it's going to affect the score.
So Eric Rodriguez will have his heels just inside the end line.
We hope.
It's the snap, and here's the punt.
Kicked it where he should.
And,
that's a nice punt.
Out of bounds.
33-yard line,
33.
32-yard punt. Low and running and away from Taylor. So that was excellent job by Rodriguez. So that change of possession, we really only lost about 10 yards because that's about where 10 or 15 yards. That's about where Celina punted from.
Yeah.
But
2:07.
still got to hold them right here.
2:07 remaining in the third period. Celina leading 31-7 over the Wildcats. That was the score at halftime.
Yep, and we've got a new quarterback in now. I figured Bentley was about done. We're fixing to see subs. That's number 19.
Okay. That will be
Gaurav
I was hoping we wouldn't see him tonight.
He's number 19.
I'll have to study that one. It's a draw play up the middle, and the gain is to the Wildcat 13 or I thought the 16.
18.
Made on by number 12.
Went to the 18-yard line. Yeah, he's going to be number 19 or QB2.
First and 10 for Celina. That looks like the 17-yard line to me. Again, our angle is not good from this vantage point. And again, they hand it off. This time going off the right side. This is Evan Caney.
Play to the 17. Tackle made by 26, Alex King.
Quarterback's a senior. I'm glad. I was afraid he might be a sophomore or junior. He's a big kid.
I'm going to call that Gaurav Mutasarel.
I'm going to just defer to you.
The new quarterback for Celina.
He is QB2 to me for the remainder of this game.
And this is second down and 9 from the Wildcat 17-yard line. We make it.
Keeney again just straight up the middle.
A lot of calls on Evan Caney. Again, he delivers.
Caney going off the right side and then cutting back slightly inside the 15. He goes down to the 13-yard line.
Getting a little chippy on these outside receivers with the blocking, so we're going to have to keep that. Already had one ejection. We don't need to have any more.
Down to 33 seconds in the third quarter. The ejection, by the way, was of a Celina player.
Yes. So they've got to snap it one more time before the quarter ends. Looks like they're going to call timeout.
Play clock has 4. Game clock has 17.
So timeout with 15 seconds.
A timeout. So we'll take it with them with Celina leading 31-7 over Sulphur Springs. It's Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats led this game 7-0. Midway through the first quarter, game was tied 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. But 24-0 Celina in the second quarter tells the story, and all of that just about was L.J. Taylor, their receiver, punt returner, and defensive back. A couple of long punt returns, one for a touchdown, long touchdown catch, and an interception. So this is third down and 4 from the 17-yard line. And running play goes between the tackles, and we hear whistles almost as soon as the play got underway.
Down as he leaned down to pick up the football.
Must have had his knee down and then gotten up.
So the ball carrier
be the final play of the third quarter.
Goes down at the 14-yard line.
Sulphur Springs 7.
So I believe that
no
means,
scoring in the third quarter.
Yeah, no score.
Which is to be expected in a game like that, and that there's going to be very little in the fourth. Hopefully the Wildcats can put some points on the board.
And quite a few Wildcat fans making for the exit.
Yep, and same thing over there. They know who the queen is, and they're satisfied this game's in the books, so they're going home too.
Going to the fourth quarter, 31-7 Celina. This is Wildcats football on KSST. 31-yard field goal attempt on this fourth down play for Celina. And the field goal is good.
Yep. And it would have been good from about 30 more. They've got quite a kicker on
Jax Holt, 31-yard field goal. As Tony says, he had plenty of leg there. So that's the first scoring of the second half.
Yep. And good job by the Cat defense of toughing it up and forcing the field goal, not letting them come on in.
34-7, Celina leads it, and we'll be back with the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff after this.
They must have
well, as we come back to play Sulphur Springs with the ball, and what we thought was a 31-yard field goal by Jax Holt apparently was not good, and the ball went over to Sulphur Springs. So we saw that one all wrong.
We were all wrong. First down didn't go very good either. Loss of 5. Jacob Brown came in one-on-one and just took Mason Cooper to the ground.
So the score remains 31-7. We thought it had gone to 34-7.
Must have missed it right.
And the ball goes back to Sulphur Springs, but as Tony told you, loss of 5 on first down. And so they're back at the 15-yard line behind the chains. And on first down, they run straight ahead.
No gain, maybe a yard for Jackson.
Dobson Martin there on the carry.
It was. He's got one of those hats on, too. That's what I was looking at. I thought that was Jackson, so he's got one, too.
Third down and 14. I think you're going to see more and more of those, Tony.
I'm good with that.
In 5 years, I think probably everybody will be wearing them.
And there's a lot of pro players running them, too.
Mason Cooper, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Back pedals, trying to go to Jackson Virgil here in the flat on the near side, but it's over his reach. And so it'll be, I think now, fourth down and 14.
Yep.
Whoop, do we have a flag down?
I don't think so. Or
Holding Wildcats. I would expect them to decline that penalty, and they do.
Mason's having a hard time with the ball sailing on him a little bit. Several of his throws, he's made some really nice throws, but several of them have just sailed on him a little bit, like he's throwing off his back foot, not quite coming over.
Taylor and number 6, Jacob Brown.
So the line of scrimmage is the 16-yard line. This is 4th and 14. Again, Eric Rodriguez gets the punt away. This is a good-looking punt coming to the near side. A lot of height on that one, Tony, and it goes out of bounds somewhere near midfield.
We got a flag. I don't know if we've got substitution infraction or maybe 12 on the field, because as soon as the ball was kicked, the flag came out. So it must be something about the amount of players.
Where do you see the flag?
Right there at the 48.
Okay.
So they're talking it out about this, but it came out as soon as the ball was snapped, and it's against the Wildcats. So I can't see, it wasn't a contact foul. It had to be either something like sideline warning or substitution infraction. They're trying to explain it, but they're having a hard time.
It's about a 32-yard punt.
12 players decline. They're just going to take it at the end at the 45-yard line. So it was a substitution infraction. 12 players on the field. They're deciding that that's a short enough punt or a good enough punt that they're going to just keep it right there.
Okay. I said 32, make it a 38-yard punt by Eric Rodriguez. So good job there, but the penalty against the Wildcats now then gives
from the Sulphur Springs 45-yard line.
It gives Celina the ball back at the 45-yard line in Sulphur Springs territory.
And now we got Bo Bentley back in, which surprises me, because if I'm Celina, I don't want him to get hurt.
Caney takes the handoff, and they have gone with him here most of the second half at running back, and not Logan Gutierrez. He charges over the left side for about 4 yards to the 41-yard line.
Trey Fidel. Official timeout for an injured Wildcat.
And say we got somebody down. I can't see who that is.
And yet another Sulphur Springs injury
That
here.
looks like they're holding it like a cramp. That looks like it could be Truth.
It has not been all that unpleasant of a night weather-wise.
No.
As far as the temperature. You don't have the terrible humidity. And it was 82 degrees at kickoff. I'm sure we're down well into the 70s now.
Defense has been out there and done a lot of running too, though.
Sure.
Hopefully that's all that is, not to make light of a cramp, because we all know how painful those are.
It is 31-7, Celina, with 9:59 to go in the ball game.
It is Truth, and he's up and walking, so just a cramp there.
Walking off on his own power.
Yep, a little stiff-legged. Got to get some fluids in him.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Scoreboard says 6. For Celina at the Sulphur Springs 41-yard line.
I'm shocked that they've got Bentley in at this point.
Yeah. In the shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws to the far side. Pass is complete. And that's Wyatt Villarreal, who's caught a lot of balls. The big tight end tonight. He makes that catch.
On the play by Sulphur Springs, number 3,
Gio Ibarra. It makes the stop for the Wildcats at the 36-yard line.
It's going to lead the Bobcats with a 3rd down and 1.
Gain of 5, so 3rd and 1 for Celina. Yeah, they brought in Gaurav Mutasarel, quarterback there for the series.
It'll be 1st and 10. The ball
Well, I mean, there's nothing to be proved right here. All you're doing is open him up for an injury.
Yeah, Bo Bentley, the Oklahoma commit, is back in there at quarterback. Handoff goes for a 1st down here off right tackle.
Again calls on Caney.
And that is the running back Evan Caney.
Going to get about 8 on that. It's going to be second and 2. We've got another Wildcat down.
Again, official timeout for an injured Wildcat.
Boy, it has just been rough here tonight.
Yep.
And see, the gain is to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, 2nd and 2. This looks like another cramp.
And the Wildcat down just about where the play came to an end.
Yeah, he was a tackler.
So Sulphur Springs again next week at home against the Paris Wildcats. And we'll have to look up again the history of that series that goes back a long, long way.
Didn't you say they're the ones we've played the most games against in history?
I believe that is right.
I think that's what you said last year, something about 100 games.
Mount Pleasant, Paris, and Greenville are the oldest rivals. And the player here for the Wildcats is up, and he's going off the field on his own power.
Yeah, that was a cramp, and they're getting him some water.
That's Creed Wisenhunt.
Yep.
Yeah, got to have him. 2nd down and 2.
2nd and 2. 8:54 left in the game.
We need what Tony calls a happy clock here.
We need a happy clock.
31-7. Celina totally dominant in the 2nd quarter, took command of the football game, and not much has happened here in the 2nd half. Bo Bentley, the senior quarterback, takes the snap. He fakes the handoff, retreating, moving in the pocket with pressure, throwing to the far side.
That tight end again.
And that is Villarreal who makes the catch apparently at about the 17-yard line, and that's a 1st down for Celina. That's a 10-yard gain.
I have a hard time with them passing right now with the situation too. He may need X amount of yards for a record or something like that. I don't know.
But they're working on what they think they need to work on, I guess. And here's the handoff to Caney again, and Caney going right, cutting back, taken down at about the 12-yard line by Gio Ibarra.
Tackle made by number 3, Gio Ibarra.
Evan Caney. Seen a lot of action here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, he has.
Now on the 10-yard line.
Line of scrimmage will be the 11-yard line. I have it. I heard the public address announcer say the 10.
Line of scrimmage is the 11-yard line.
Thank you. Corrected himself. Second down and about 4. And Bentley passes.
There we go. There we go. Take that.
Interception going down.
He's going house. That's Gio, I think.
Gio Ibarra.
You just keep going into that well, so that's what you get.
He picks it off at about, what, the 10?
He was inside the 10.
Yeah,
he was about the 4.
Okay, so we'll call it a 96.
97-yard TD on the pick.
Picked it off in the flat, and there was nobody in front of him.
And I'll say that's what you deserve for keeping on throwing with the ball game like this.
Gio Ibarra.
I feel like that's going to possibly be one of those all-time Wildcat record books.
Might very well be. Couldn't be much farther.
It's not going to get beat by much. Kind of like Dorsett's 99-yarder.
It's a low snap.
He still got it.
And the kick is good by Eric Rodriguez. I think, again, we missed on the field goal call here.
That one was, but it was a fumble snap, and he kicked that one flat-footed and got it through.
So he's now 28 for 28 on his extra points this season. 31-14 now.
Yep.
7:19 to go after the 96-yard interception return for a touchdown by senior Gio Ibarra. This is Wildcats football on KSST. And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for the long interception return for a touchdown by senior Gio Ibarra. First we ever heard of Gio, Tony, was he had been moved up from the junior varsity 2 years ago in the game against Community and had 3 interceptions in the game.
He's done a great job at corner, and that's a tough job, and he's been outmanned this game because of the size of that tight end, and they've been doing it, and he finally decided he'd had enough and cut the route. So now the officials are getting in a short kick position, assuming that we'll have a onside kick. I'd kick it deeper and take a sprint.
This is the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff.
Timeout, Celina.
31-14. That's the first score of the second half.
Yep.
By the way, Celina takes a timeout. They're not certain what the Wildcats have in mind here.
They only had one man deep, and he was over here. I would kick it about to the numbers at 20 and let everybody sprint for it and see who can get there.
I think that is something that teams should do more often. Let the ball bounce around, and you don't know where it might go.
Exactly.
Create some havoc.
The community that supports us. Visit us off Highway 380, just west of the DMT.
I suppose at 31-14, you could conceive of, if the Wildcats recovered an onside kick, that somehow they might get back into this thing.
Well,
but
it's rare.
Realistically,
it's rare when you know it's coming. That's the thing. Right. We got it done to us. What game was it? Aubrey, opening kickoff.
That's right.
So if it's a surprise, it's one thing. But when you're looking at it, now they got 2 players back, about the 25, so it'll be a little harder to do. I still might just kick it real hard, straight down the middle, and let it bounce.
Rodriguez tees up for the Wildcats.
Couldn't do any harm, could it?
No. Looks like we're going to kick it deep now.
And the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff from Eric Rodriguez, and he does kick it deep, but more toward the sideline, and it goes out of bounds.
So they'll get it at the 30 now. That's 1 for each. But the way the kicking game has hurt us tonight, that's okay.
Couple of long punt returns in the first half by L.J. Taylor. One was for a touchdown, 68 yards, and the other was 58 yards, and set up a touchdown run by Logan Gutierrez.
So let's see if our defense got enough fluids in them, see if we can get a 3 and out and let the offense get back, make this thing look a little more respectable.
First and 10, Celina from their own 30-yard line.
Bobcats from the 30. Ball on the near hash. They move left to right. And they keep it on the ground, going at right tackle to the short side of the field. And about a 5-yard gain there. That is Evan Caney again, and the tackle for the Wildcats was by Keenan Morris.
25, Keenan Morris.
Still got Bo Bentley in, and still got the big tight end out there wide with Ibarra. I bet they don't throw that out. They may try to fake it and go deep.
They just gave him the 33. I saw it going to the 35, so this is second down and 7.
Yep.
H-back moving from left to right. And Bentley in the shotgun, going to take it himself around the left side. Crosses the 40 up to about the 42-yard line, and that's a first down for Celina.
I just don't understand them having him in there and risking injury. But
you know, I think the same thing. The Cowboys had Dak Prescott in the other day when they had a 4-touchdown lead or whatever it was in the fourth quarter. Why do you do that?
Well, of course, with Jerry and his $250,000 fine.
Well, it's not just the Cowboys. I see that a lot with teams. They leave the starter in. I just do not see the reason. First and 10, 41-yard line. Bentley moving around in the pocket, coming to the near side, throwing downfield.
Oh.
And that looks like
Gio nearly got it again.
Yeah.
He cut it and just not quite get to it.
Coverage on the previous play, Gio Ibarra.
And that was intended for L.J. Taylor, who had such a huge second quarter.
Well, I think the big boy had come over that far too because it was a scramble.
Yeah. So this is second down and 10.
Second and 10 again. They'll run this one.
It's a line of 42-yard line. Ball on the far hash as they move left to right. And off left tackle. Short gain. Across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Caney on the carry again. Evan Caney.
Got some kind of penalty. This one could be a face mask or something, or it could be it was right where the tackle was. Got a little discussion.
Yeah, conversation taking place among the officials here. 31-14, Celina.
Still getting a little chippy too, and it's a little mouthing, so this could even be an unsportsmanlike.
Moments ago, a 96-yard interception return for a touchdown by the Wildcats' Gio Ibarra. And the officials continuing their conversation. Right now, it looks like they're talking with Gio for some reason.
Talking to two of ours.
Preston Nottingham also in on that conversation.
Yep, face mask on Gio at the tackle at the end of the play.
And this will move it well into Sulphur Springs territory.
Automatic first down. Getting a little chippy right now, so hopefully we can just finish this game out.
The ball on the Wildcat 37-yard line.
Goes to the Sulphur Springs 37.
The 38-yard line is the new line of scrimmage. First and
face mask penalty. Celina is open next week. They'll be at 7-0. And then they play at Paris 2 weeks from tonight. And the snap goes to Bentley, and the handoff straight ahead. It's Caney again. Across the 35 to the Sulphur Springs 33-yard line.
Brought down at the 32.
Make it to 32.
Caney's just a junior, so he's setting himself up to be the featured back next year.
You're right. I thought he was a senior, but that makes more sense. It would make sense to have a junior. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, he does. He looks like an orange version of Dobson Martin the way he runs.
Second and 4 from the Wildcat 32-yard line. And again, Caney running hard over the left side.
Yeah.
Caney taking a couple of tacklers with him inside the 25.
They're just going north-south right now, and our defense is just on our heels. So they're giving a yeoman's effort. They got 4:49 and counting, and now that maybe they can hold them and keep them from scoring.
I've got James Johnson and Preston Nottingham on that tackle for Sulphur Springs.
All right.
4.5 minutes to go. Celina, 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 23. And Bentley throwing.
And a screen pass, but I think it was caught inbounds
Complete to 21 Evan
for
Caney.
basically maybe a 1-yard gain, but it'll keep the clock running.
No gain on the play.
No gain, so that was just a stalemate right there, and so we'll take it as long as the clock's running. We're going to go under 4 minutes here.
2nd and 10. We've lost about half our fans, I would say, at this point.
Oh, yeah.
On both sides of the field. Bo Bentley takes the snap, gives it off to Caney. He is hit hard in the backfield and then bounces off that tackle. And
that was 32.
That's T.J. Bolden.
T.J. Bolden hit him but couldn't wrap him up, but he only had a yard to go before somebody else got him. So
gain is to the 21.
If we can hold them right here, they'll try another long field goal. Got an empty backfield, so Bentley's gonna throw this time or do a quarterback draw.
Make it to 22. It's 3rd and 9. Bentley retreating, passing over the middle, and caught inside the 15-yard line.
Yep.
And that again is Wyatt Villarreal, the big tight end.
That boy can play.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I've tried to find who else is being recruited off Celina other than Bo Bentley, and I'm surprised that
Taylor's so small, he's going to have a hard time.
Yeah.
He's the type that E.T. ought to be coming to see.
The gain to the 13-yard line on the pass to Villarreal, so it's 1st and 10. Evan Caney off left tackle. Short gain.
Inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Loss of 1 on the play. Tackle made by Alex King.
I beg your pardon, that was a loss. I thought he'd crossed the line and picked up a yard or so, but loss of a yard. Alex King, the leading tackler for the Wildcats with 31 tackles coming into the game. Made the stop there. That's a tackle for loss, and that'll at least give him 4 for the year. He came in with 3.
So now they've taken Big 88 out, but you got Taylor out there with Gio.
Caney off the left side. This time he tears off a nice gain down to about the 6-yard line.
2-minute warning.
Tackle made by number 10, Creed Wisenhunt.
Creed Wisenhunt, the Wildcats free safety on the tackle as they reach the 6-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 3, and as Tony told you, we're at the 2-minute warning. 31-14. The Wildcats on top, or I should say the Bobcats on top. And this is Wildcats football on KSST. This drive has been the best of the second half for Celina. They started their own 30-yard line.
Yep.
They have now reached the Sulphur Springs 6, and this will be the 12th play of the drive.
2 minutes left. Let's see if we can get out of this half with no score. It's going to be a tough chore.
Bentley under center with the I formation, 2 tight ends. Hands off to Evan Caney. Caney at the goal line.
He's in.
From 6 yards,
and
touchdown.
Waiting for the signal, but I guess I missed it, so touchdown Celina.
He's 5 yards deep, but we got some extracurricular going on. Wildcats and it's a little chippy, both sides. We'll have to see what's going on here.
Evan Caney, 6-yard touchdown run off left tackle.
My fear here is if we get anybody kicked out right now, they're out for the first half of next ball game, and that's what you gotta keep you cool.
Flag down near the goal line, actually the 1-yard line over on the far side. And again, conference between the officials.
It's all from dead ball in my mind. I don't think there's anything else, but you're going to see at least one or two unsportsmanlike. It's whether or not we have any ejections, which would be sad.
36-14, Celina now with the extra point to come.
After the penalty, there are fouls by both teams. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 90 of the defense. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 3 of the defense. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 4 of the offense. All the fouls offset.
Three separate personal fouls.
Nobody got tossed, so that's good. It's hard to stay there like that, but so touchdown was scored. Now it's 37 with extra point to come. The officials really need to get in the middle of this and cut all of this out.
Yeah, I may have said 36-14, 37, and the extra point here by Jax Holt is good, and it will be 38-14. Celina with 1:55 left to go in the ball game. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST. Let me see if I can find my sponsors card here. It's been a while since we've done that. Here it is. Wildcats football brought to you by Alliance Bank, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet. Thanks for the dark red Chevy Tahoe today. University Interscholastic League pregame, sponsored by Super Handy. Halftime, Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. 38-14 now. Celina.
Looks like Jackson and Dobson deep.
Each team has scored one touchdown in the second half. Here's the kickoff by Holt.
Touchback, just got inside the pylon.
Wildcats take it at the 25-yard line. Wildcats have that 96-yard touchdown run, or a touchdown interception return by Gio Ibarra, and then that is followed by a 70-yard drive by Celina in 12 plays and a 6-yard touchdown run by Evan Kane to make it 38-14. So again, I don't want to make too much of this, Tony, but if you don't understand that the Wildcats were without the junior quarterback Deuce Timmons for the entire game tonight, except for the first play from scrimmage, then you really don't understand what happened in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
And give Mason Cooper a job or credit for a gutty job. Here he is scrambling, and he gets out across the 30 up to about the 32-yard line. Give him credit for
he's
gutty
come in
performance.
and really giving it his all.
Second down, 3.
Deuce Timmons went out on the first play from scrimmage on a 13-yard run up the middle, which he nearly got a first down on a 1st and 15 after a pre-snap penalty, but some kind of ankle injury, and he hobbled off the field with assistance and has not been seen since, except that he's been on the sideline to give moral support to the team. Now here's a running play up the middle on that second down and 3.
That's number 1.
So it's Keyshawn John in the game for the Wildcats. I think I'm surprised we have not seen him already tonight.
Yeah.
Not much of a gain there. In fact, I guess it was no gain. They give it to him again on 3rd and 2. Keyshawn, nice job of running.
Little hurdle and got the first down.
A man on the ground and picks up the first down out to the 37-yard line.
Hooten Hardware first down. I don't know that we've gotten to say that in the second half. It's been rough.
I tell you, Keyshawn John is a very capable ball carrier in his own right.
He is.
When you give him the opportunity. Mason Cooper fakes it to John, passing and incomplete, intended there at the 45-yard line for Quinn Harris. The 45 in Celina territory, but a little too tall.
He's having a hard time with his release point. He's throwing it too high, and that's dangerous when you're going across the middle.
And Celina had an interception on a pass like that in the first half, one of the key plays of the game.
That's what started the downfall.
Yeah, L.J. Taylor intercepted, and they went on to a field goal. And here's Keyshawn John, big hole off left tackle, and Keyshawn into the secondary, coming to the sideline and out of bounds inside the Celina 40-yard line at the 37. Nice run by Keyshawn John, the senior.
Another Hooten Hardware first down. 28 seconds left in the ball game. So in all honesty, this could be the last play of the game.
That's 23 yards on the game by Keyshawn John.
Yeah, he looked good.
Wildcats first down. Mason Cooper in the shotgun, backpedaling, throwing to the near side in the flat. It's caught by the sophomore Jackson Virgil.
He didn't get out of bounds, and the clock's still running, so that's liable to be it. 10 seconds and counting. I think that's going to do it. A good effort by the Cats in the second half after that disastrous second quarter.
5-yard gain to the 32-yard line, and that will end the ball game. 38 to 14, Celina will remain undefeated when the Wildcats lose for the first time. Okay, I think he's done now. The Wildcats lose for the first time in 2025. 38 to 14. Oh, spoke too soon. 38 to 14. The Wildcats lose to the Celina Bobcats, and Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. 38 to 14. Celina over the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. And this game is a little misleading, Tony, in that the Sulphur Springs gave Celina everything it could stand there in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Wildcats got out to a 7-0 lead. Alex King recovered a fumble at the Celina 21-yard line, and the Wildcats scored on a 16-yard TD run by Jackson Hare. And despite the loss of Deuce Timmons on the first play from scrimmage, Sulphur Springs led 7-0 over the undefeated and defending state champ Celina Bobcats. But Celina comes back on their next possession, and they drive 87 yards in 13 plays. They got a touchdown on a 2-yard run by Logan Gutierrez to tie the score at 7-7. And then on the next Sulphur Springs possession, it really turned the game around. It was an interception by L.J. Taylor.
Yep.
On a tipped ball, a pass over the middle. Taylor intercepted, gave Celina the ball at the 50-yard line. And Celina drove for a 27-yard field goal by Jax Holt to make it 10-7 with 8:07 midway through the second quarter. So still a very competitive game.
That's the deal. The defense buckled down and held them to 3, so still right there with them.
And in the middle of the second quarter, Wildcats forced to punt, and that is where they got the 68-yard punt return by L.J. Taylor.
Yep.
And that made it 17-7. And then another disastrous play and another turning point in the game. The Wildcats attempting to punt, and the snap was over the head of Eric Rodriguez. He chased it down into the end zone. Bravely got the punt away, but only got back to about the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And Celina takes over at the Sulphur Springs 28-yard line, and on the first play after that, Bo Bentley hits L.J. Taylor for a 28-yard touchdown reception, diving catch at the goal line. One-handed, you said.
One-handed.
Yeah.
It was. You better watch Sports Center. There's cameras everywhere. It could be on that top 10.
That made it 24-7 with 7:04 left to go in the second quarter. Wildcats forced to punt again. L.J. Taylor, 58-yard punt return to the 8-yard line. Gutierrez scored on an 8-yard run to make it 31-7 at halftime. So Celina scores, 17 points in the last approximately 8 minutes of the first half.
Yep.
And made it 31-7 at halftime, and really both teams just kind of sparred with each other in the second half.
Literally.
Right.
Had a couple of them, and that's what usually happens when you have a lopsided score at halftime. I'm still shocked that the coaches would have Bo Bentley and the starters still out there as much as they did in the second half. They got by with it, so that's okay.
Gio Ibarra, a 96-yard interception return for a touchdown. Let's see, that was with 4 minutes and something left to go. No, 7:19, beg your pardon. 7:19 midway through the fourth quarter. No scoring at all in the third quarter.
No, not at all.
And then Celina came back with a very good drive, a 70-yard drive in 12 plays, mostly with Evan Caney carrying the football, and he gets the touchdown on a 6-yard run to make it 38-14, the final score for Celina. But just have to say, what would it have been like if Deuce Timmons had played the entire game? In fact, even played more than one play for Sulphur Springs.
Celina was solid, no doubt. Give them their due. But if Deuce Timmons doesn't get hurt right there, and nothing against Mason Cooper either.
Right.
Mason Cooper came in, gave it his all, and did it all he could, and the team tried to back him. It's just hard to keep with it. It's just kind of like when the Cowboys lose Dak. It doesn't matter who the backup is. It's not going to be the same.
Right.
And that's not any knock. But if you got Deuce Timmons for that ball game, I still think we got a chance to win the ball game.
So again, Timmons came into the game completing 82% of his passes for 913 yards, 13 TDs, rushing for 411 yards, 7.3 yards per carry, and 8 touchdowns. So that's what you missed tonight after the first play from scrimmage. But all is not lost. Wildcats have lost only one game and one district game. And there are 4 more games yet to go. And the first of those will be at home next Friday night against the Parish Wildcats. Tony, do you have some scores that you can pass along to us before we wrap it up here?
Okay.
Because Parish was leading Aubrey 28-14, about what I would expect.
Let's see. Cooper ended up beating Como 21-14. Cumbie won big over Detroit. Gilmer beat Pittsburgh. Panther Creek won big over Community. Winsboro won big. Mount Vernon won big over Emory. And Paris won big over Aubrey 49-17.
49-17.
So we better get ready to play Paris too. That's not a pushover, I
agree.
promise you.
I 100%.
Especially if we don't have Deuce to play. And right now I would say he's doubtful to play next week.
It would appear that way. But he never left the field or never left the sideline during the entire game, so that to me is encouraging that he was able to do that and stayed on the bench. So we'll hope that somehow he may be back next week, but the Wildcats will give a maximum effort and have every chance of winning that game against Paris, their old rivals, next Friday night. So, Wildcat football brought to you by Alliance Bank, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet. Thanks to J. Hodge for the lovely dark red Chevy Tahoe today. University Interscholastic League is a sponsor. Pre-game presented by Super Handy. Halftime by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy also. Tony, great working with you as always.
Well, I appreciate it. I wish it had been as fun at the end as it was to start with. I was fired up, and it was still a good ball game, a good effort by the Wildcats. It's just that when certain things happen, there's nothing you can do about it. So all we can do is strap it up for these last 3 ball games or 4 ball games, and then get in that playoff run. And we expect to be in those semifinals just like we were last year with the 3 teams in our district. And that's what every coach would say. They better be there, or they'll consider the year a failure.
So thanks to James Terry, our producer in the KSST studio. Matt Jansen is our technical director and video producer. And obviously thanks to Tony Flippin. 38-14. Celina over the Sulphur Springs Wildcats tonight. I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we say good night from Celina.